my bar mitzvah, but I'm not Jewish, so it's like my confirm mitzvah.
It was nice to see Gary up there talking sincerely about, you know, what he did and why he believes in this cause, and not having anyone there yelling Baba Booey during it or goofing on him. And he got his point across in a very sweet way. And I was glad I was there live to celebrate the moment with my good friend.
We do some incredible work. We go on tour with some of the biggest names in music, like Madonna, U2, and Coldplay. We set up tables while we're on tour with them where we can do outreach programs. We distribute condoms. We distribute educational materials. And this is really important that we reach the younger people, because you've heard it a couple of times before, but infections are on the rise.
I wasn't even aware of all the work you put into it. The only Gary I know is the guy who eats cookies and falls asleep all day. So when he went through the whole list of things that he did to make this thing such a great event, was quite surprising.
Life constantly throws you curveballs, and you have to figure out how to handle them. While at times my motives may seem altruistic, they're also selfishly cathartic. If you had a tragedy in your life, or you come upon a hurdle in your life and you work to correct it, it makes you feel really good. I highly recommend it.
The video was easy to watch because I'd watched it a bunch of times and shown it to some people. The harder part for me was the speech. I had written a part in the speech, and you know, when I'd read it a couple of times, I got like a little choked up, and I was just afraid. I just, you know, I know it's, listen, if you're gonna get choked up and you're trying to raise money, that would be the place.
I have to thank my wife, Mary, and my kids, Jackson and Lucas. And they've been so supportive. And Jackson and Lucas, I don't want to get your heads big, but so many people have come up to me tonight and told me what great kids you are, what a great job Mom and I have done. And Jackson came home from college tonight. In fact, he's at Syracuse. The game's on the TV outside right now, yet he chose to be here with Dad. Thank you very much. They never met my brother, but they listen to my stories and they ask me questions about him, and it's almost as if they had met him. So doing the work I do is a way to honor him. Every time I raise $1, every time I give a speech, every time I go to an event like this, it reminds me of him. It's my way to remember him, and I want to thank all of you for helping me to keep his memory alive. Thank you.
1 second, Gary, 1 second before you leave the stage. There's one more person who wanted to offer their congratulations for all the great work that you do for Lifebeat and have been doing over the years, and she's right here.
Hey, Baba Booey.
A little bit of a surprise to me when I was presented with my award, I got a video message from Cyndi Lauper, who I love.
I wish I could be there to present this award to you in person. You deserve it. For all your work with HIV, AIDS, and Lifebeat, bless you. And I'm sure your brother's looking down right now, smiling and saying thanks. And thank you. Thank you for all your hard work. This is a much-deserved award. And you're a really good guy. Love ya. Love you, Baba Booey.
Well, she really went out of her way that night. That was backstage. I think she shot that backstage one of the first or second nights for Kinky Boots, which just a few weeks ago won the Tony. So just amazing.
Congratulations, that's a great speech.
Thank you, thank you. I was nervous all night. I mean, I have so many friends here tonight. It really is like a wedding or a bar mitzvah, but the support is amazing. And it just keeps pouring in, so I couldn't be happier. And I was so glad to have my wife and kids here for it, and my brother and everybody.
When you're with someone like Gary Deabate and you see how hard he works above and beyond a job title when it comes to charity and raising money and giving back, you realize like he is really getting his hands dirty. I am so touched and I'm so honored to know a person like that and to work with a person like that every day. So now you can enjoy the rest of the evening.
My scotch is on the way.
Okay, congratulations. Well done.
Thank you very much.
I'm proud to know you.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you very much.
He's doing something in the memory of his brother that is forceful and dynamic. I admire him. I admire what Gary does.
All right, so let's talk about the Ronnie Lisa kiss. Here's what happened.
Lisa G pitched this bit. She came in and said, well, we're going to get a certain amount of tweets. And then when we get a certain amount of tweets, I'm going to make out with Ronnie.
Ronnie for years has been wanting to kiss Lisa. And Lisa, you know, I don't think she was up for it, but as we got closer to the release of the book, I think that definitely lubed things up for her, if you will.
It was her idea. Nobody else's idea. It wasn't my idea. I knew nothing about it. It's all about her book. I know it is. It's a promotion thing.
You think she's going to get super excited when she makes out with you?
I don't think it'll ever happen. How's that?
Why?
Now it sounds like it won't.
I don't think it'll ever happen.
Well, it sounds so complicated.
This is very simple. This is my mind. Stern show tweet. Ronnie kiss Lisa. We count the number of retweets. When it hurts X, when it hits X number. Hold on, we do it.
We send out a tweet from Stern Show. It says Ronnie kiss Lisa. Okay.
Right.
You tell the fans retweet this.
Right.
Okay. We count the retweets. We get 2,500, 5,000, whatever the number is. And when that number hits, we say it's done, and these two have to kiss.
Jason will tweet it from Stern Show, and we'll see if the fans want it to happen. It's going to happen.
I'm almost positive in my mind that, you know, the PR people at the book company had something to do with, you know, saying to her, listen, Lisa, you got to get your name out.
It's out.
Okay, it is out. President Obama.
And 300 retweets on it. 350. 350.
350 retweets.
Already?
Told you. What'd I tell you, Howard?
You got to get to 5,000.
What did I tell you?
1,200. Go. 1,300. 1,500.
Oh, wait, they're going to be making that in about 5. Go ahead.
1,700.
Oh. 2,000.
Sweating. Oh my God.
Oh, Lisa's already taking
He's already taken over clothes, Ronnie. You're happy you're there.
3,500.
3,500. You're only 1,500 away.
It was very thrilling. It was like, oh my God, they're counting down. This is going to happen. It was my idea. It's so exciting. We have Twitter. We have Howard. We have social media. It's all coming together.
4,900.
49.
Showtime. 4,930.
All of a sudden,
100 away.
now we got
5,000.
I think the book had everything to do with Lisa agreeing to do it. But look, you can't really shit on her because she still's got to do the stunt.
It was an explosion in my brain, really. It was an out-of-body experience waiting for it to happen.
I was actually looking forward to it because I just really wanted to see how she would react.
Let's go.
All right, do it.
Slow push. Go ahead, Hank.
Easy.
Ronnie, let's just get it over. When did they start?
Don't rush it.
Oh my God.
5 seconds.
22.
Whoa! 8 seconds. I couldn't believe it because Lisa's such a goody two-shoes, and I don't know. I just thought she'd be grossed out by Ronnie. I thought, you know, I just couldn't imagine that would ever happen. And Lisa's not the type that really partakes in any of our nonsense. Seven more seconds. He's feeling it already.
I wasn't trying to stick my finger up her asshole. It was like I was grabbing her ass, and it just happened to be my middle finger that went right in the crack of her ass. And it looked like I had my finger in her ass, which I did.
I've kissed, you know, hundreds of guys. Who knows how many guys? And I'm sure I didn't enjoy most of them. And so, hey, it's Ronnie Mund. It wasn't so bad.
He should have stuck his finger in her ass. He's a disgusting man.
Was that gross to look at?
And a very
hard crunch.
Oh, it was so graphic, and there was tongue, and there was his hand up her ass, and it was like crazy. It's crazy. It was crazy stuff, man.
Gary, where does this stack up in your top moments of Stern history?
It's way better than Artie and Blue Iris. I loved it. I mean, it was great. And Lisa, you know, if she was doing it for publicity, as some accuse her of, I gotta say, she gave 110%.
I don't believe in coincidences. This was all about the book. This was all about the reinvention of Lisa G. This is to make the sex part of the Sex, Lies, and Cookies relevant.
I had no idea that it was going to work, and it did.
I have a feeling me and Lisa really would hit it off, man. Big time. After that kiss.
I can see how people will think, or Ronnie anyway, that, oh, She had to do the kiss because her book's coming out. It was really the timing of everything. He's got very soft lips.
You were squeezing her ass.
Before the official release of Sex, Lies, and Cookies, HarperCollins threw me a book release cookie party. It was so great walking in and seeing all these cookies on one big table that were from recipes from my book, and I wasn't slaving away in my kitchen making them. It was great to see family and friends. George Takei stopped by. Hey, George. Oh, my gosh. Thank you for your
And you know, it needs a sprint. It's had a rough afternoon.
High-pitched Mike was there.
I'm looking for the sex. I'm looking for the lies. I've already found the cookies.
Everybody's so excited. I'm Lisa Sharkey. I work for HarperCollins. I acquired this fantastic book, Sex, Lies, and Cookies.
So enjoy and take cookies. Tons of cookies.
Yeah, and there's doggy bags for the cookies when you guys are done, but drink and eat away. And thank you, Lisa.
It was a fun night just seeing everyone together, having a good time. And I'm hopeful that good energy will spread out and more people will hear about the book. The book tour for Sex, Lies, and Cookies was a lot of fun. I went on the Today Show with Hoda and Kathy Lee. I went on Good Day New York with Greg Kelly. And then I went on New York Live with Sarah Gore and Jackie Reed. You sound guys, they zip you up and they look at your bra strap. It's like, what a job. Oh! I know a lot of people in New York media, and so it's going to be fun to see them and sit next to them, and so we'll see how it goes. Hi, I'm such a fan of yours. You look so great.
No, I am of yours. Let me tell you, and you'll know why when I say this. When I read this book, I was like, okay, this is my new Bible.
That really made my heart just, soar. You'll still see in a few minutes.
Yes, we'll see in a few minutes. All right, good.
Sex, Lies, and Cookies is out now, and the book signing is next Wednesday night at 7 p.m. at Book Review in Huntington, Long Island.
Oh, I love bookstores like this. Thanks so much. I started my career on Long Island. I started interning at WLIR, like I write in the book, when I was 17 years old. Even though I've lived in Chicago and I now live in Manhattan, I still consider myself very much a Long Island person. So, well, thanks for coming, everybody. I so appreciate it. Thank you. My goals for the media tour is really to get the message of Sex, Lies, and Cookies out to women. My final media TV stop was Better TV. They had this amazing kitchen. It was also a lot of fun just cooking up a couple of cookie recipes. The hardest part is what many of you don't know is going through all the steps. You have 3 minutes to do this and 3 minutes to do that, and you have to, whip up the recipe and put it in the oven, pull it out of the oven.
Parents from better. Would you rather do it together? You're doing it. Yeah. Does this work?
I'm trying to ask for Christmas.
Oh, it's so cold.
JD and Andrea are going to talk, do their bands at the top. They'll toss over to you and say, what do you have going on over there?
You're under a lot of pressure to make sure you get all the keywords out about your book.
All right, everybody, here we go. Stand by.
I'm hopeful that it will really resonate with women. Everyone will tell all their friends, and I'm hoping for the best. At the end of the day, I'm very proud of my book.
But I do hope that the book is successful. Clearly, there's a market for cookbooks that talk about sex, and Lisa G is the one to do it.
I'm hopeful that especially women, when they read this book, they'll see that, yes, you can go through hard times, but there is a lot of good stuff when you get through it. It really is a story about a journey of love, but really more so of how to love yourself. And if you do that first, everything will fall into place.
That was one of the best kisses I've ever had in my life, Lisa. And I really think we should pursue, this thing a little further. And I think if you sell 10,000 books, we should make out. Again, on air. And then we should make out at the Trump Hotel. Room 1634, overlooking the park. In our robes. At the window. Drinking champagne. And then I'll drop your robe, I'll drop my robe. I'll throw you up against the glass. And I'll hump you as hard as I can.
You were squeezing her ass.
And I'll hump you as hard as I can.
Best of the Wrap-Up Show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Deabate. The Best of the Wrap-Up Show begins now.
On Monday's wrap-up show, all the talk was about Robin and what she revealed today and that conversation that she and Howard had. It was amazing. It was powerful. You really got an inside look at their conversation and why Robin has been away from the show physically, but we get to hear her every day. So, of course, we had our opinions, and here's how that special conversation went. Two major developments today. One, of course, was the return of George Takei. And the show just takes on an entirely new element whenever George is in the studio. He's so honest, he's so forthcoming and charming, and so explicit in his storytelling that Howard just said hi to George this morning, and then he ends up talking for an hour because George always has something to say and a lot to say about it. But that was followed by Robin, who decided today that she was going to talk about why she's been out. And I think that a lot of people are asking, why'd she take so long? Why couldn't we know this? The show's all about honesty, etc. And I think this is one of those situations where, as you heard Robin and Howard tell the story, you really needed to respect where they were coming from and why they chose to keep this private. There were a couple of things going on there. One, I think if Robin told people what was going on during all of this, there would have been a ton of, and again, your heart's in the right place. How you doing? Are you okay? And the show ended up being very therapeutic for Robin because it was the time where she wasn't dealing with her illness and she wasn't fighting cancer and going to all these treatments. And you really have to take your hat off to her in terms of showing up to work every day, granted via the ISDN line, but still being on air, pushing through when other people, not just Benji, but other people, they come in late, they have their reasons, whatever else. But you could also see what a literal lifeline this show is for Robin and frankly for Howard. Howard was wrecked when this first came out and didn't feel comfortable doing the show without her. And, thankfully she was able to be on. And yes, we miss her being here physically, but she's on the air. It's reached the point now where I don't think anybody even thinks twice about Robin being here because it seems like she's here all along. We miss her for the off the air stuff. But some of us have been communicating with her for a long time, and the range of contact varies from Howard, obviously, who's been talking to Robin day in, day out and helping her through this, which now she's been out for well over a year, to other folks who, I've been emailing her a lot. Gary, I know, has been talking to her quite a bit, but not one of us, with the exception of Howard, really knew all the details of what was going on and what she's been fighting. And thankfully, she got that diagnosis. She's still working and fighting through, but it looks like she's cancer-free and hopefully going to be back here sometime soon. But Gary, I know you said a lot of it came as news to you. You knew, you were aware, but you didn't know all the details that were coming through.
I knew about the first operation. In fact, I was getting phone calls the whole day while she was in the operation. And it was a really weird day because I got some misinformation. And so I was out at a charity event, my phone rang, and it was almost like, this is not good. Not that anything was going to happen to her that day, but that it didn't look very good at all.
She she spoke a couple times about getting a prognosis or the possibility of a prognosis like that. Like if this spread all throughout her body, she was done.
But this was that first day operation that we all knew, here on the show knew she was going in. I got the report it was not going well.
Yeah, that she told was an 8-hour operation.
12.
And the reason was because that grapefruit-sized tumor inside her was so big they had to move her around to get it out of her. But can you imagine waking up after that? Nobody's there. You went in not knowing what the prognosis was going to be. You have those marks you can't see on your stomach. I mean, I can only imagine what that. And granted, you're probably not all there because you're drugged, but
which could be worse.
Yeah, but oh my God, to not have anybody there—that's just crazy. And I do remember when we went to visit her, how happy she was to see it. Thankfully, we didn't get the Benji treatment. She was happy to see us.
Didn't she look great when we went to see her?
She looked fantastic. I couldn't believe what she just went through. But the other thing was, when we were talking to her, you looked over to the window, and sure enough, you saw that picture of Howard. And that's really what got Jason. No go. That's really what got her through a lot of this.
But as I said to Howard today, I guess everybody on the staff knew different, varying degrees of stuff. And my assumption was after that initial operation that it was still touch and go, but that she was going to be all right, but it was going to be a very long recovery. I did not know that they told her, like, hey, we're just going to try to make the rest of your life as good as we can. And in a way, I'm sort of glad I didn't know it now, because it would have been really fucked up. It would have, it would have been terrible.
Well, if a doctor is telling you, okay, here's how we're going to prolong your life, you're immediately like, what do you mean prolong my life? And the fact that she was saying, I thought she was so candid about this today when she said, I didn't know if I wanted to live my life that way.
I get it, but I think nobody wants to live their life that way, but I would like to think that it's better than not living at all.
Well, yes and no. I mean, to her, with her personality and the way she sort of lives life, it didn't sound like she was willing to go there. Jace, what do you want to say?
I actually just came down to tell Gary that the meatballs are here and if we should wait, keep them out in the lobby or wait.
No, go put them out.
Oh, okay. But in terms of Robin, it was great hearing her today. Will and I had lunch with her a few months after her surgery, and just like everybody else is saying, couldn't believe how much energy she had, how good she looked, how on top of it she was. Both my parents have had cancer, and I know what it's like after a round of chemo or something like that, and you don't want to move, you don't want to talk, you don't want to do anything. So it's crazy how well she responded to all that.
Yeah, her first round of chemo, she was commenting how even people, you had chemo, she didn't lose her hair, she didn't lose her energy, she kept going. The second round, that's where she lost her hair. It really, kind of hit her a little bit harder. But yeah, she's what we've been. I mean, I've been emailing TV stuff with her. I thought I watched a lot of TV.
Right.
Obviously, she's in a position to watch a lot more than me. But her spirits are just so great. And Howard always makes the comment how if nobody else was here, he could do the show, just him in front of the microphone. I believe that, but I honestly think now if Robin wasn't here, I don't know if he would want to go on with the show. It would just be not only would be different, but. Today you got a great window into how close their relationship really is.
Yeah, and I'm not going to get too into it, but when we thought that, at first we thought that Robin might be out for a really extended period of time, and we were trying to figure out how to handle that situation, and I would just say the best word I could use is it was very unsettling for Howard. It's just, not only because of what does to the show, because you do something the same way every day and there's a chemistry, but because of what I could imagine he was thinking. I would think it would be very difficult for him to do the show and not be thinking about what's going on with her, and it would really be hard to pull off.
Were your feelings hurt when she said that she didn't think you could handle what was going on, and that's why she didn't tell you everything?
No. You want to know when my feelings were hurt? When Howard imitates me, makes fun of me, for saying I didn't know anything, does his bucktooth thing where he sticks out his mouth like this, and so Gary came to me and said, I didn't know anything. I'm like, what are you picking on me for? I didn't know. Like, why am I the asshole?
I think Gary might have been a little too sensitive for Robin. Just judging off his sensitivity right now.
Based on that?
Yeah,
Is that
based
what
on
you mean?
maybe she was
Because as you listen to the conversation, Howard's making jokes. Howard's trying to make it light because it's a really heavy thing you're talking
All right,
about.
Benji's
here.
to your left. Go get him.
Well, Benji got hit. I mean, Robin actually said, she didn't want Benji to visit. And I don't know how much she was kidding when she said that.
I don't think she was kidding at all. And I felt bad for Benji.
So did I.
I mean, you're going to make an effort to visit somebody. Don't mock them.
Gary, initially, a lot of people, when Robin wasn't here, were complaining and saying, well, why doesn't she come in? And kind of, or thinking that couldn't understand why this was being kept private. And as a fan, I get it. I want to know what's going on because that's what this show does. That's what it's always been. But you also have to figure if we're keeping something private, there's probably a good reason for it.
John, you just teed up. You've seen me in the back office, how long I've been waiting for this day to talk about this. I found it very upsetting when people called up with all these conspiracy theories. Where's Robin? Why aren't you telling us? This is bullshit. And I understand the show's a very honest show, but as you heard today, I thought it was very obvious. Robin was sick. Then we went away. And then when we came back, Robin missed a day. And then we were on the air again, and Robin wasn't telling her story. And, it came up even on the wrap-up show a couple of times. I just felt like, I think most of the people in the audience understood that they would trust us enough. I would always say it's Robin's story to tell. And if it was something we weren't talking about, then I thought it would be really obvious that it was something super important. And Jason and I were talking about this because he said it came up on one of his shows. Like, what's the conspiracy? Like, what did you think we were covering that Robin was doing? What did you think she was up to that we were covering for her?
Well,
wasn't it obvious she was sick?
Well, everyone always has conspiracy theories about this show. That's part of what makes it tick. But Howard and Robin clearly had a conversation about it, and if they were going to talk about it on the air, and they decided not to because they felt the focus would be on her illness versus doing a good show. And I said this before you guys came in. I think that Robin found it very therapeutic to go to work and have a good time and break balls and do whatever else because it was an escape from what she was dealing with, which was a life-threatening disease.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't think I'm speaking out of school. Robin and I hung out about a month and a half ago. We had a weekend together with a bunch of people, and we were talking about Robin Roberts. And Robin Quivers said to me, gee, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do that at all. And I said, for her, maybe bringing the audience into it worked for her. For Robin, I think she just felt like, because it also defines you. You know what I mean? It defines you in a lot of ways. And, it can be difficult. So I think it's a very, very personal decision.
Well, we all tried to give our support and talk to Robin and reach out to her in a lot of different ways. And she reacted differently to different people. But she did say that the sweetest of them all was none other than Ronnie Mund. And Ronnie, you love breaking balls with Robin and vice versa, I know. But you knew what was going on, and I know how close you guys are. I'm not going to say were, but are. And to hear her finally tell this story, do you think she was relieved? Do you think, are we happy that now she's at a place where she feels comfortable talking about this?
Yeah, I think so, because, it's a rough thing to have to go through, being sick to begin with, and depending on how sick you are, you really sometimes don't want to talk about it. And you want to forget about it and go about your life as best you can. And, that's what she was doing, basically. I mean, she didn't miss a step with sticking me in the back during the shows, with her big knives and stuff, which I always bust her balls about. But, I know Robin for a real long time, and I've seen her go through a lot of shit, not with sickness. Well, yeah, with a different kind of sickness, and, I've seen her go through it, and where she was locked in the house and never came out of the house and stuff like that. But I don't want to go into too much detail. But, it was good to see that she could snap back from this, and I'm real happy for her.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we have a very interesting organization here. Some of us have been together as much as 30 years. I'm 30 years with the show. Robin's like 33, Fred's like 36, and Ronnie's like 28. We've all been together a long time. We're a family, a dysfunctional family. At times we fuck with each other, but we're a family. And it's more than just working together. You do work together and there's a bond there, but we feel like, I know for me, like when I think of like myself and Howard and Fred and Robin, I felt like, something really amazing has been built here. Howard's built this empire. He's built this legacy in radio and in television. And we were all a part of that. And that, that really is a big bond. And, we see each other socially a lot too. I was joking around, like Robin still sends, Robin started sending Christmas gifts to my kids when they were really young. And now my son's in second year in college, Jackson, and she still sends a gift. And I talked to her about it once, and she said, you know what? I knew you when you lived at home with your parents. I watched you get married. I watched you have kids. I watched your kids grow up. I watched your kids go off to school. That's what we are. That's what we're doing here. This is our family.
Benji, you, I think, didn't get that kind of love today. And part of it, yes, it's the show, and you're trying, Howard's making people laugh, and that's the way it goes. But two things. One, first, with Robin being out, and coming to work every day and showing up, going through chemo, all that stuff. Did any of that resonate with you, thinking like, wow, maybe I should be doing it? But you've been...
No, like Gary says, like, we are a family. And I live in the shed out back, but we're a family. But no, I was, and I thought it was so silly when people were making a thing about, ISDN. Who gives a fuck? I mean, if you do give a fuck, you give a fuck. But it's like everyone's job has their own things and everything. And I don't think I took it so much like, oh my God, she can do. I just took it overall as a very inspiring thing that she can be facing mortality right in her face and still, be a creative, artistic person.
Yeah, I will tell you that I've always known that the show's meant a lot to Robin, but I really got to see it firsthand because she didn't miss a couple of days. She missed like 2 days, but she didn't miss. Somebody in the same position would have missed a lot more days. Yeah. And the tenacity that she had to make sure she was there for those days, and I could tell that the show meant everything to her. That everybody finds, sort of strength in a different place. And for her, it was being on the show every day. I think the feeling was, if I can get in front of that microphone every day, I can go another day.
Did it hurt when she said that, thanks for trying to visit, but...
No, I you know what the problem was, like, first of all, I texted when everyone was in that period when we knew she was told she was in the hospital and everything. But she texted back like an ambiguous message, which... She said, like, oh, not this week, but definitely check back next week. And I think that happened more than once. And I knew she really didn't want me to, but the text was ambiguous enough that I had to keep responding.
But it sounds like when you call a girl and you go, you want to go on a date? She says, not this Friday, but maybe next Friday.
Yeah, but eventually it works usually.
The other thing is you want to sort of respect the person's privacy. And also, Robin clearly, with some people she wanted to talk about this, but with others she didn't. And I think... I don't know how you communicated, Gary, but I was very careful to be like, just talk about TV, hope you're doing great. And if she wanted to talk about that, what she was going through, that's fine. But if not...
Oh, you did talk to her.
I think you're a better friend, almost, if you don't go there, because you're respecting their wishes.
I ended up speaking to her a lot. Like, I'd call her every, probably month and a half, and I would call her, and I'd leave her a message, and sometimes she'd call me back in a day, and sometimes she wouldn't call me back for a week or two. But she always seemed to want to talk about where she was. I never had to ask her. I would just be like, "How are you doing, Robin? I'm just checking in with you." And she would generally tell me.
Did you check in with her a lot, Ronnie?
I checked in with her a lot. I saw her a lot in the hospital, and both hospitals she was in. Mm-hmm. It was good to see her, and you know what? It made me feel good because I made her laugh. Believe it or not. We sat there and we had some really good laughs. We talked about old times. We talked about old shows. We talked about how I got my balls busted. She got her balls busted, how we busted each other's balls. And the funniest day was the day with the picture. She was showing everybody the picture of Howard, which was a scream.
But Ronnie, did you ever have a point where you thought to yourself, we might have to someday do the show without Robin? Did you ever have those thoughts?
In the beginning, yeah.
And they were fucking weird, right?
Yeah, it was real weird. Because I remember the day she walked out of the studio when she was leaving here to go for the first operation. And I just walked over and I gave her a hug, and we both basically almost busted out crying. And I just said, I love you, and don't worry about it. You're going to be good. And that was it.
Well, I don't know if you guys talked about this already. Do you think Howard would want to go on without Robin being part of the show long term?
I think at some point he would make the decision to do it, because he's, at the end of the day, he's always got that driving force. But I think it would be a difficult decision for him, and it would never be the same. It just wouldn't be the same. And it might be at the point where he might do it for a little bit more and go, you know what? I thought I could do it, and I can't, and maybe I don't anymore.
I think he'd still be a personality and be part of the media, but I think the show would probably my guess is he might decide to end it then.
Well, there's a big difference between like her recovering and knowing that she's going to be back in X amount of time, and her not coming back at all. I mean, that's what the decision
that's
is.
what I'm saying. Well, Gary's implying, God forbid, she had passed away, and I think there's a good chance, as she had, Howard might have decided this is the time to end it.
It could be. It's a distinct possibility.
Cheryl in Nevada, welcome to the wrap-up show.
Hi.
Hi, Cheryl.
Excuse me. This is me. Oh, I'm sorry. I was listening so intently there. Well, one question I had, Robin is coming back, so my main question was, is your little mini studio still there?
Yeah, it hasn't moved.
Well, I got a lot of stuff in there. I got to get out.
You know what? There is. It's funny. We did a renovation that we talked about in the air, and there's a lot of stuff in there.
My winter jackets.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be cleaned out in a day, and we're ready.
It might take a couple of days, but
Victor in Gainesville, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I just have a question. I'm happy for Robin, and the kind of treatment that she got is incredible. Do you think if it were an average person other than Robin Quivers, do you think that person would have gotten that type of care, given they only have a limited amount of money, or, with the new health care law, do you think that would have changed the type of care that Robin received?
Well, there's a lot of questions there. I'm not sure what the new health care law is, so I'm not even going to get into that. And, yeah, Robin probably has more tools because she knows a lot of people, and, of course, she should use them. But I think what I really got out of today, which I'm seeing a lot of people up on the board are talking about, is even if you don't have a lot of money, you should always get a second opinion. And I'm seeing so many people have been calling all day. Some guy tweeted out, my dad never got a second opinion and he died. I get a second opinion when I'm getting a roof put on my house. I have 3 guys come and look at it. You should always get a second opinion. You should, and that's one of those things you never can trust just one person.
But Gary, I agree with you, but that's easier said than done. If you're in a hospital that's a good hospital and someone's giving you a diagnosis and you feel like they're sort of taking care of you, it's hard sometimes to do that. Thankfully Robin did, and Sloan Kettering is an amazing hospital for this kind of thing, and thankfully it's worked out well. But I know a lot of people are like, I don't have that kind of money, I can't get that kind of care.
But does it cost money to go to a second doctor and just say, look at this, what do you think?
It depends. It depends on the doctor. It depends on a lot of different things.
And the other thing is, even if again, just to go once to the doctor, it's your life.
Yeah,
it's your life. So whatever money you have is useless if you're dead.
And even if it's not, even if it's someone who is on your plan or whatever else, if you have a plan, it's another set of eyes. And that's always good, especially when you're dealing with something like this.
Right.
And you want to have a fighting chance, that's for sure. Neil, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, great show today.
Hey Neil.
Very emotional. Yeah, I love that emotion. You don't get a lot from the Stern Show. It was nice, like those switch. I was just wondering, do you guys find it inspirational at all? Like what Robin's been through? Like, is it harder to take a day off? Like knowing, you get the sniffles, you don't feel too great, but you think what she's been through, and it kind of pushes you through the day?
Well, I'll tell you something. Nobody, even before Robin, nobody takes a day off here for the sniffles. So anybody who takes a day off for something, it's usually got to be something pretty important. In fact, Howard sent me home one day because I was in the bathroom waiting to throw up. But is it inspirational? Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could. First of all, I don't think anybody needs me on an ISDN line if I'm not here. I'm doing a different job. But I don't know that I could pull that together every day the way she did.
It inspired her. It got her through a lot of tough days. And sometimes, like you said before, Gary, that's what you need. And it really, kept her going. You sense that, Ronnie. Like when she's on the air, she's not dealing with all this medical crap. She's doing what she loves to do.
To listen to her on the air, you would never know she was sick. That's the whole thing,
Pretty
incredible.
incredible.
Maybe that's why, some people were suspicious that there's something going on.
Because she sounded so good.
She sounded good. But again, we were very clear about saying there's a reason Robin's not here. We're not going to tell you, but just trust us.
Mark in Albany, you're on the wrap-up show.
You know what? This was a great show. I was just talking to a friend of mine that's a big fan last week, and we were saying that, nothing has ever been said about Robin. And I realized that this is a personal thing, but on a fan standpoint, we've been kind of drawn into this world, and what's going on, nothing's being said. And my gosh, was this Was this as random as this phone call that came in and opened the doors, or was this something that Howard and Robin had talked about, and and then decided this would be a good time to open up about it?
Again, when I spent this weekend with Robin talked about how she was planning on talking about this soon. I didn't know it was going to be today, but I knew that she was planning to talk about it soon because she felt comfortable enough where she like she called me in January to say, I'm cured, and I almost didn't know what to make of that. What does that mean? And I was like, it also seemed she was cured pretty fast. So I was like worried for her. But then when she explained the whole thing to me, I sort of understood it. And you just want to make sure everything's going well.
I think we all knew that when she was ready, that's when she was going to talk about it.
But that's what we said all along.
Yeah, and that's what happened, sure enough. Ralph Sorella, you're on the wrap-up show. Hi, Ralphie.
Hey, quickly, well, let's be honest here. Robin's alive because she's rich and she knows other rich people who can get her the best care. I mean, most people can't get what she got. I mean, no matter how many people you consult with, you can only consult with so many people.
I agree with that. I agree with the first part of that, Ralph, that she got the best care she could because of her wealth. But you can still consult with other people and get a different decision.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how much she got into it, but it really was her Even at her space, they were telling her she would have like horrible quality of life, and then she found the right people. But anyway, what I couldn't get over, and you talked about it a little bit, Robin's energy. Yeah. I had dinner with her one day after she had chemo. And I was like, my God, if I had chemo, I wouldn't be moving. I would just be laying there. I mean, and she's like, oh, yeah, it's like was another thing she just fit into her day.
Yeah.
I was like, 12, I got chemo. I got to meet Ralph at 3, and then...
It's interesting. I actually want to credit one of the writers from the Letterman Show emailed me this morning, and he asked me a very interesting question, which was Robin watching Breaking Bad while she was going through chemo? That must have been so weird, that whole plot line last summer, and, he's getting chemo, and it's just a strange thing, because I know how much she loves that show.
Oh, right. Yeah, that would be weird. But now, did she say that she is, what did she say about her state right now, where she is?
That she's cured.
She's completely cured.
Yeah.
Don't you have to go a certain amount of months or even like a year to say that, though?
I thought so, too, but she said that's what her doctor told her.
Yeah, she said her doctor said she didn't use the word remission. She said, you are cured.
Right, yeah.
Wow. Well, that's great.
All right. Thank you, Ralphie.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ralph's right. Her energy is but she's always had that energy. She's always running. I mean, well, recently she's had that energy where it's not surprising to me that even though she got chemo, she was still up and running and going because she has such a joy for life. And I think that's what caused that conflict if she was in a condition where she couldn't do what she wanted to do. But one of the things that Benji brought up before, Gary, was would Howard continue with the show? And you feel like he would.
Well, I feel like it would be something that he'd have to really, really think about. I don't think he'd go like, oh, let's just do the show tomorrow. I think it would have to be something that it would weigh on him. But, you and I were talking about it during the break, how could he do the show without Robin? And I would think that, Robin's feeling would be, hey, we built this amazing thing. Don't stop because of me. Keep it going. Don't diminish what we built.
I get that, but I also think I remember how out of sorts he was when Robin was, maybe wasn't going to come back and all that. And I know the show has gone on and lost a bunch of people as time has gone on, but with Robin, and at the point of Howard's career, I just don't know if he would, even part of him would want to. I think out of respect for her, he almost wouldn't do it. But thankfully, we don't have to find that out. Steve in Louisiana, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, man, you kind of hit on what I was going to say, John. It's just I don't think that the fans were necessarily projecting hatred towards Robin. It was just the fact that, Howard's performance can be affected if she ain't there. And so it's just the fact that she wasn't in the studio seems like she's a step away from not being on the show, which means Howard wouldn't be doing the show. The dangers of doing a show like this where it's full disclosure is that when it gets real, is that, you're towing a line where it's just, the fans feel like they're owed things, but that's just the fans that don't get it really too, because they feel so personal with the show that it's like, I need to know everything right now. But, sometimes it's just like you got back off, man. This is a TV show. It's entertainment. It's not, some people get involved as it's their life, which is, Yeah, that's how it plays out, but you can get into dangerous territory where people are vindictive about how she's not there. But I don't think it was necessarily against her. It's just the show not keeping on going.
Steve, I think that's actually really well said. I also think that I don't know how you would rank the listeners, like a casual listener, but even if you're a pretty regular listener, I think that it was very difficult to tell that Robin wasn't in the studio. I think that if you missed the days where we were talking about what happened and we didn't refer to the ISDN, I think that there was that you wouldn't know.
No, I mean, I'm here. I'm in the studio, and if I wasn't looking up to see, I really wouldn't know.
So I don't think that it changed the show. You know, it may have changed it for us on a lot of levels, and then we got used to it. I got, at the beginning it was a little bit harder not having her here, and like I would IM stuff to Jim McClure, he could give it to her, and I could speak to her that way. But there were a lot of people, who didn't know. The interesting thing is,
I found out today.
The interesting thing is, my job before every guest was to go in and say to the guest, hey, by the way, Robin's not in studio today. She's doing the show from her home via ISDN line. And I would say, don't reference it, not because the audience knows she's not here, but it slows down the show if you go, hey, because remember at the beginning, a bunch of people go like, where's Robin? Yeah. And Howard got all pissed off at me. And it was very interesting. Like people would get this different voice on. Like I remember Bradley Cooper, go, I know, how is she? Like people who really love the show understood it and know, but they would put on their sad voice to ask how Robin was, and everybody to a person asked how she was.
When you hear Howard and Robin having these serious, emotional, deep conversations, someone always has to lighten it up. Like It's almost like they're scared to go to that place for a bunch of different reasons. But thankfully they did today, and you got some great radio.
Although I suspect they went to those places when they were talking off the air.
Yeah, just the two of them,
and that
of
must
course.
have been really hard.
Yeah, I think it weighed down, obviously, on Robin and certainly on Howard. But again, happy ending to the story. Thankfully, it looks like things are looking great for Robin, and we wish her, a speedy recovery, of course. And now that she's cured, hopefully only good things will happen.
Hey, what's up? This is Will, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, we talked about who's changed the most on the staff since they started working here. We know a lot of them have changed physically because they're all fat asses, but we're talking about emotionally, spiritually. It's great stuff.
Will's here because I wanted to bring him down to talk about Dr. Chin, who is very clear about the woman that he wants in his life to marry, and had a bunch of different conditions. And the guy, he's not a bad-looking guy. Clearly, he's successful, at what he does. He has got a bunch of money, and he's just looking for the right one, but he's going about it in an awfully strange way, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he's very specific about what he's looking for. And, he said to me that he has more money than God at this point, and he doesn't really care what his parents think, so he's just going to go for what he wants. And he just happens to have a list of exactly what he wants.
I have to tell you, it's more of a visual thing. He won me over when he showed up in the lab coat.
Yeah.
It was almost like we called Central Casting and said, send that guy.
My favorite part of the interview was when he revealed that he's done some work for strippers and they pay him in funny money. And he doesn't, but he gave it to his staff, and, they all
Which is like, so then he sends me an email where he goes, yeah, I got tired of that. That's like, what's his name? Joey Chestnut doesn't want to eat another Nathan's hot dog like I want a lap dance. I'm like, oh, okay. Interesting analogy.
And I guess if you find the wife, you get a Ferrari out of it. So it's still a pretty interesting thing to explore if you want to go there. But I was wondering, where this ranks in terms of, a lot of times people will get on other people here for not lowering their standards, like not settling. And he's, 40? He's in his 40s.
He's 47.
At a certain at a certain point, you need to, sort of come to grips with what's out there and make the best of it.
Well, he's got a couple of things that most average people don't have: a boatload of money and a great job. So those are things that allow a guy that may not be a 9 or a 10 to look for a 9 or a 10.
Right. So what I'm taking from you is you think JD needs to marry a 4 at this point.
I didn't say that. You said that.
Oh.
But
a 4+.
And JD is more than welcome to come down here to discuss this. But no, JD has been accused of just that, having his standards too high and not being willing to, and settle's the wrong word because it's insulting, and that's not what we mean here. But
find a girl with a good personality.
Well, that's even more insulting in some way. But you know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with someone who maybe looks like an ape, has a personality of a 12?
So you look like an ape?
An 8.
Oh, an 8.
But we've had these conversations before. Like I haven't seen many of the girls that JD's been with, but JD just needs like a good, solid girl. And when I mean solid, I don't mean fat. Will's already teed up his next joke. But like, what's wrong with a girl with has he ever dated anybody with a normal job and without drama? Just like a good, solid girl. A girl she's cute enough, she's nice, she's smart, and she likes the things that you like.
But you have friends like that, I'm sure, where the drama always seems to follow whoever they date.
Yeah, but eventually they sort of, you can't complain that you can't make it happen if you're not making some efforts.
Yeah. I feel like the show has kind of perverted him with women.
Oh, please.
We
fucked him up.
Yeah, absolutely.
We fucked him up. First of all, I got this skinny little nerdy sweet kid who never took a drink in his life.
Right.
And who hadn't had sex. Now, he's like pounding him down. He's been with strippers and porn stars, and it's not real life.
Would you say
it's funny because that's a lot what that movie Don John is about.
Would you say that JD has changed the most in terms from day one working here to where we are now? And I'll throw Howard into that mix too. Who do you think's really changed the most in terms of their personality and what they're like?
It's interesting with JD because he's changed in those aspects, quite a bit, the ones I just talked about. But at his core, he's the same shy, leave me alone guy that he was when he got here.
Yeah. Back office, I'd say Jason has done the most transformation in terms of personality.
Oh, how so?
Because he was just a kind of quiet young. Gary and I were talking about this yesterday.
I got to tell you a great story. Jason loves the story. When we were at K-Rock, Jason comes up to me one day, and one of the things I loved about Jason when I met him was he was a very hardworking, quiet kid. I didn't really know much about Jason, but I knew that if you gave him something to do, he got it done. He was a very hard worker. So I can't remember how long he was working for me, but he came to me and he said, listen, I went to the doctor and I started taking these pills, like these like happy pills, he called them. And he said, and I think that they're going to bring my personality out more. And sometimes I don't see it. So if you think I'm doing something that's a little out of line, could you let me know? So I'm like, okay, I log that information away. We go into a meeting with Tom Chisano, our general manager, and a bunch of salespeople. And Jason is there with me mostly to write down some notes and just sort of lay low. Jason gets up, starts parading around the office, making declarations, and Tom looks at me like, who the fuck is this? And how do you shut him up? So we went back to the office, and I said to Jason, yeah, that's one of those times that, you got to reel it in.
So you say
it was the beginning.
So I was going to say, that hasn't stopped, but you say Jason has changed more than JD, you think?
Yeah, I mean, JD more or less is the same person. He's obviously much more comfortable with the people he's around.
He's comfortable with us, but I don't think he's any more comfortable with strangers than he was before. Us, he likes, and that took some time, too.
Do you feel like the show has changed who you are at the core?
At the core? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I'm still a pretty good guy. Shut up.
No one said you weren't a good guy.
I know.
But coming in, like Gary was saying, you were sort of, hadn't drank, hadn't had sex, and now you've experienced all that.
I remember the drinking thing was such a big deal. He was so adamantly against drinking. And I don't remember why.
Well, because, I've had family members have that sort of issue, and I didn't want to, I was afraid that sort of thing might be in the genes or
See, I don't
something.
think we even knew that at the time. I think you never, I don't think you ever said that. You probably knew that, but we didn't. You were just like, we found it hard to believe that a 23-year-old guy had never had a drink. How old were you when you came to us?
And I hadn't been to a strip club either.
What changed your mind? Like, what made you decide, okay, now I'm going to take that drink?
I don't know. Maybe, just wanting to sort of, quote unquote, fit in a little bit. Or
peer
whatever.
pressure?
A little peer pressure?
Definitely.
But it was a wild, how long did you work for us before? It wasn't like JD came to work for us and 3 months later he was drinking. It was a while.
Well, it was the final, it was the E Entertainment, for the E show, it was the last party or whatever. And I had a Malibu Bay Breeze because I said,
I remember that.
Because I said, give me something that tastes good at least.
Was it dick for a twizzle stick?
All right, calm down, Gary. And then I got so much shit like I do now. I got so much shit for it. Like the next time we hung out somewhere, I said, all right, fuck it, I'll have a Jack and Coke, and that's sort of been it.
Is that your drink?
Yeah, I guess.
How often do you drink now? Like I have no idea.
I barely drink. I barely go out, so I barely drink.
Right.
Hey, were you at first? I might have missed this, but were you at first kind of holding out for you just moral reasons or?
And then I don't think moral reasons. I was just, I am afraid to be out of control. So I don't want
to. Was it a little bit like when someone loses their virginity though? After the first time, it's no big deal anymore, and like you can do it as much as you want.
It's sort of like that now, but I still don't drink that much.
Did you get the first night you drank with the Bay Breeze and stuff? Did you get like so drunk that you barfed? Did you get crazy drunk though, or just a couple of drinks?
No, I literally only had one of those.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it wasn't.
So what's the drunkest you've ever been since you started drinking?
Well, I don't know if it was a drunk. I mean, there've definitely been like some beer pong times where I've probably been pretty out there. But I've only puked once from alcohol, and we were out in the. I don't know how I got pushed into this, but some of us went over to the Poconos at some house, and some house in the woods or whatever, and I was just drinking like crazy and playing beer pong. And I remember like the electricity went out at one point. I was gone by then. And I was like, all right, I'm going to get up. I'm going to puke over this railing. So I puked over the railing, and then I laid down in a hammock, and I see Richard Christie laying in a hammock next to me reading a book. And next thing I know, I wake up outside. I'm the only one outside. Everyone else is inside.
It started to pour rain.
His pants were down.
No, my pants were down.
We tried to get you up. This was we rented a house in the Poconos.
I don't even remember this. So
I had a bunch of people over, and JD and Richard were probably the most hammered people. And JD passed out in the hammock, and it started to pour. It's one of the reasons the power went out, I think, or it was later. And we tried to get him up from the hammock, and I was like, well, whatever. And we just all went inside.
John, I wonder, do you think JD's like Koothrappali on The Big Bang Theory? Like when you drink, is it easier for you to talk to chicks?
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean,
do you worry less?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think honestly, I played beer pong. I played beer pong a lot with JD, and I think he's kind of the same guy, drunk and not drunk. Like we could be drunk. Like JD knows that there's a change becomes of me halfway through a beer pong tournament. Like I will turn into a completely different person.
Well, you physically change. Your eyes barely open.
Mostly with some help with herbal medicine.
Yes.
But JD is pretty much like we could play like 7 games of beer pong. JD, should be trashed at this point, and he'll still be just as upset and miserable.
He's
after
still slurring
a loss.
his words.
Yeah, still slurs his words. Still hard to understand.
JD,
still miserable.
Let me ask you the question: who do you think has changed the most since they came to work here?
Who do I think has changed the most? I mean, I guess probably maybe Jason. I don't remember Jason being as outgoing as like when we first started working here. When I first started working here.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Benji's gone through more changes.
No, but Benji's still.
Benji
at his core is the same person.
Making a joke.
Both Will and Jason both.
Yeah, I was gonna say Will,
especially from when they first interned. Like Will, I liked him a lot, but I felt bad for him because he seemed so shy and so like. I felt like I didn't even realize he just didn't seem like a happy person. He seemed very shy, and
that's changed.
You seem like you're much more assertive.
Now you feel sorry for you.
Well, I think yeah, right. But I think when anyone starts as an intern here, they're somewhat intimidated and they don't want to be the loudmouth in the corner.
Right.
We can all tell from experience that that's not the interns that we like.
When
either.
that guy walks in, every semester you get that guy, and we all look at each other and go, "That guy has just arrived."
And Jason completely, and Jason's talked about. He says this is who he feels he's always really been. Right. But like the antidepressants.
Yeah, I don't think it's even a contest. And again, I'm the only one who could really answer this because I've been here the longest. 1984 Fred bears no resemblance to current day Fred. He has really changed the most. He was very quiet, very introverted, brilliant, brilliantly smart, but socially just didn't like to get out there. I mean, in some ways, he was like JD in the sense that like he didn't feel comfortable in social situations. And then, he got married. He moved to New York City. He sort of flourished culturally, and he's like a different guy.
Well, another name I'll throw in, none of you guys said, is Howard. I mean, Howard's changed quite a bit.
And he would have to.
And only for the better. I'm just putting it out there. I'll be the only one that says it. That's fine.
Ronnie?
No, Ronnie. I mean,
or has
yes.
Ronnie always been that guy, and that guy has only surfaced in the last few years?
That's what I think.
I think Ronnie's regressed.
That's still changed.
I think he's
No,
got backwards.
But I think that guy always existed in Ronnie, and maybe we didn't get to see it for a while.
I always thought there was a huge change in Ronnie, and I might have been reading into it after his mother passed away. That's when I thought he started to come out a lot more.
Another guy who I think has changed, who I try to get down here, but I know he's busy, is Scott the engineer.
He's changed not one iota.
Yeah, what are you talking about? He's slightly less prone to scream at
That's
you than
what
he was
I mean.
10 years ago.
I mean, think about it. What's the last Scott screaming fit we've got?
You know what's crazy about talking to Scott? I can still hear him in his head. Like, I can see the anger on his face and hear the yelling in his head.
He's controlled his
You're right,
temper
he's
better,
got it.
but it's still there.
So that's a change, right? And
I
Richard,
guess.
and Richard, I think, has changed a little bit, not only with his haircut, but, you know,
With
now
his
married.
porn, and no porn anymore.
Yeah. Sal hasn't changed at all.
No.
Not at all.
Well, no, Sal has really changed though, his approach to Howard.
Well, that's one aspect.
Okay. It was either that or get fired.
That was an aspect of him that changed, but at his core, Sal's the same guy that arrived here. He still says the same goofy things. He's still sort of happy-go-lucky. He's a good-natured guy. I mean, he's sort of the same
I think
guy.
he's much more careful, though.
Still doesn't know who fought in the Civil War.
Yeah.
He's but
No, his history knowledge is not
He's going to
changed.
get it with the East and the West. He'll get
But
it.
Benji, being more careful doesn't mean you've changed. It just means you've figured out how to not let people know who you are. He's like Dexter. You know what I mean?
I thought Benji actually made a great point off the air. George Takei has changed since.
Again,
I'm sorry, Jason.
Again, I disagree.
All fat guys look alike, I guess.
I think that George Takei has always been that guy. He's just found a place now. When he first met us at terrestrial radio 20 years ago, and he wasn't fully out, and you couldn't talk that way at terrestrial radio, he didn't. But if he could have, he would have. I think he's still.
Yeah, you know what? I did say that, but now I'm wondering if it's more just every time he's on, we just peel back another layer and see this crazy guy that's underneath. I don't know if that's changed, but it certainly changes from appearance to appearance in a good way. It's awesome.
Jason, are you
wrong-cool.
aware of how much you've changed? Like everyone's saying, you're the one who's really changed the most.
Well, it's been so long. I mean, I've been on Lexapro since I think 2004. So
You remember the story that I just
remember the story. It's one of my favorite stories. I just tweeted about it, and I actually remember the conversation. We were in the office talking to Tom, and we wanted to do some sort of retarded Olympics.
Right.
And Tom just kept saying, "I can't sell that. I can't sell that. I can't sell that." And finally, I go, "Well, somehow they sell the Special Olympics every year," and that's.
Give me one other good story. I know there's another good story.
Oh, well, the one was.
I know the one.
It was Howard TV.
No,
Oh.
it's the one in Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, that's Howard TV or ETV.
It was the entire television show almost threw Jason to the ground and killed him.
So Artie was having some issues that Gary was dealing with, and so Gary goes, "Listen, go to the production meeting." As me, like you're me at the production meeting. So I took it seriously. I'm like, because I always think, like I always flash forward. It's like if somebody said something at the meeting that I thought was wrong, and then I go tell Gary, it's, you know, and Gary goes, well, why didn't you say something or whatever? So I'm just like, I took it upon myself to be Gary. So we were discussing how we were going to do some segments the next day, and there was some issue with how we're going to get the wires from place A to place B and blah, 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 and it's really hard, so let's move it. And then my question to the room was, is it hard or is it impossible to do? And that just set everybody off.
All I know is that I came out of dealing with my situation, and Robert Radzinski, Doug Goodstein, and Scott DePace.
Yep.
But it wasn't like all three at once. It was like a gauntlet, and it went from like, who the fuck is he? I'm gonna fucking kill him. You know, it was. They were all so angry.
I was hiding my face at that point. I was
Well, they
like, are you
called
out of
it
your
in
mind? You're 23 years old, and these people have been here for 10 years.
Look, at that moment, I was acting as producer of the Howard Stern Show, and I took it upon my very wide shoulders to do
Gotta be
so.
very careful what you say to him, Gary. The marching orders.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Deabate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hi, I'm Scott the Engineer, and on Monday's wrap-up show, we got into a conversation about wiring in the studio. Howard was pulling wiring from under the console, and he kind of didn't like it. And then we talked about my orgasm tape. Now, people say that was fake, but hey, I'm known for realism. I never fake anything, especially orgasms.
Howard keeps bumping into cables that Scott says aren't there, and I'm missing something there, Gary. Are they there or are they not there?
They're there. They're there. There's cables underneath Howard's console, and so I hate to give Scott shit, but it was such a classic Scott conversation. I said, Scott, we probably 2 times in the last 2 months, I've had to have him do the rewiring down there. Hey, there's wires that are loose down there. So Howard and I were talking, and Howard's got 3 monitors in front of him. One of them is, Gary Page 1. One of them Howard plays his stuff off of. One of them is the monitor where he looks at calls that are being screened.
Mm-hmm.
So they all blacked out. I didn't see it, but Howard goes, the monitors just all went out. So I go out to Scott. I said, listen, Scott, there's a bunch of wires under the console, and Howard's monitor is blacked out. He goes, well, that's impossible. Right? So I'm like, okay. And what I think he was saying is there may be wires there.
But that's not the cause of the monitors going out.
So I'm like, well, could you go in and take a look at it? So he goes in and looks at it, and then Howard kicks them again, and the monitors go out right in front of us. And Scott goes, oh, okay. So it was really a nuance, but I could tell what really pissed Howard off. Howard goes, Scott, you got to wrap these cables up. And so Scott, a little bit sarcastically, said, yes, I need to wrap those cables up. And there was a little bit of sarcasm in his voice, and that irritated Howard.
Understandably.
Yes.
And so it went from impossible to possible, and then he tops it off by sarcastically responding to Howard, telling him to get it done.
Yeah, and he had a little bit of a smile on his face, which it was very funny. I mean, it's funny when it's not me.
Yeah. So Scott was like being a joke. Sometimes he's a jokester. I don't know if he was joking if you heard his orgasm clip today, but
he's going to come in and say that he took it very seriously, but he had a little bit of a cavalier attitude today that I didn't know where it was coming from.
All right, we'll see if we can find out where that was coming from. And then at the end, Heather came in, who was with Beth, and talked about how she has no TV in her place, and Robin led a whole conversation about how your kids should eat and with chicken McNuggets and this and that. I don't know if I could have survived without a TV in my place, Gary, growing up.
I like to think, remember the show on HBO, Dream On?
Yes.
Remember the start of that show where
plopped right in front of the TV.
And it would show the Brady Bunch and all these different shows. I was like, yeah, that was me. And you know what? I always say very proudly that me spending all those years in front of the TV is why I got the job here. Howard wanted, before the internet and all that other shit, I could remember the stupid songs, the stupid movies, the theme songs, who was on what show, who did what. That was my value.
You're preaching to the choir here. I wouldn't have a career if it wasn't for television. But we need to interrupt this fascinating conversation with a fascinating conversationalist. What's with this cavalier attitude? Is Gary categorizing you unfairly?
There was something going on today. You were being a bit of a jokester, and I could tell Howard said, we got to wrap these wires up, and you go, yes, we have to wrap these wires up. You were like being a little sarcastic.
Not really. I mean, there are
there was something going on there.
I didn't see any wires, so I don't know. No, there are wires, and we thought they were out of the way. I mean, that they were supposed to be taped. We've had this conversation before.
Right, but I told you that there were wires there, and I left out the part where he goes, I said, well, the wires are out again. And he goes, well, Howard has very long legs.
And he does.
So it's Howard's fault? It's Howard's fault?
No, it's not his fault. We're going to take care of it. I told Evan to make sure that they're lifted off the floor and they're hanging on the board that's down there. And
that's what I said.
Yeah.
Howard said to him, he goes, Scott, they make a tube. You take the tube and you tape it up top so that nobody can get to it.
We don't need a tube, but there's also a power outlet strip down there which has to be moved as well. So
how did it go from impossible to this, though?
You did say to me, I said, Howard's got wires down there. You didn't. You said that's impossible.
Well, because I've been through this before with Evan. When it happened before, I said, make sure these wires are out of the way.
Yeah, but then the answer would be, I can't believe that. You said it was impossible as if the wires could have no chance of having anything to do with Howard's screen's blackout. Then when you saw it,
I still believe that those wires down there, because they're mostly TV stuff, have nothing to do with those screens blacking out.
Then why were the screens blacking out?
The screens black out, we've been through this before. That's an updating profit thing that happens. We've been through this with the person that involved in that. So the screens do black out, so do mine. On profit every once in a while. I think they're two separate issues.
But Howard kicked the wires and then the screen's blacked out.
Is that a weird coincidence? Like Howard kicks the wire on the screen?
I think that's a weird coincidence, yes.
I'm sorry.
I do.
I'm sorry.
You know how crazy that sounds, right? If I kick a wire and the monitor goes out and then it happens again, that's a coincidence?
Yes, I do.
You know what I think it is? I think that down there, within that mix of TV wires,
there should be nothing.
Hold on, is down there in that mix of TV wires is a power strip that controls the 3 monitors that should not be anywhere near Howard's foot.
I don't believe that.
Okay,
We'll figure it out, but I don't believe that.
Okay, so this is Evan's fault and the guy's updating Prophet's fault.
No.
And a little bit of TV.
Yeah.
And TV.
It's not my
TV.
fault.
Clearly.
Yeah,
Well, Howard
never
kicked
my
it.
fault.
It's his fault.
And Howard's long legs.
It's Howard's
Congrats to
long
that.
legs, yeah. If
All
he
right.
didn't have such long legs, we wouldn't have this conversation.
All right, I'll move off of this and move on to something more comfortable, which was your orgasm
Oh,
clip.
my. Yeah.
Were
They
you,
caught me on a bad day.
now, were you taking that seriously? Were you joking around a little bit? What was your motivation there? How did you work
A little
that?
both. It was, it was the easy, obviously, you get. You don't get?
No, what's that?
It comes from Easy Evan, which everybody makes fun of me. Scott's easygoing.
Right.
He doesn't.
Oh, so you were doing a callback in
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't.
That was
I
a
didn't
reference.
I didn't catch
You
that.
didn't
but go
catch
on.
that. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, that was
And then the rest?
The rest was kind of simulation.
And were Richard and Sal encouraging you, or did you do that on your own?
No, they were sitting there.
But is yours because they asked me to do it.
I think that's a little over the top.
Right. But was it based on any reality?
Not really.
Are you usually quiet when you're doing that?
Quiet, yeah. I'm quiet. I'm a lot quieter. I do make a little noise, but not much.
Not like that.
Not like that.
Or like that, like what Benji just did.
That was Benji.
That's me.
Did Richard and Sal understand you were doing a callback in the beginning?
I think they got it.
Oh, but you didn't confirm that. You weren't sure.
No. I mean, they laughed, and
Whose do you think was creepiest? JD's, Ronnie's, or Scott's?
Ronnie's.
Why?
Because he's my grandfather. I think that you get to a certain age where I don't want to think of you as a sexual being.
Benji, you agree?
I don't find them creepy, but like I thought Scott, I found yours the least sincere. It didn't turn me on one bit.
I'm sorry I didn't turn you on. Maybe we'll go in a private room.
But
and I'll
Ronnie
cry.
sounded like it sounded real to me. I don't know if that's really how he sounds.
Oh, you thought that was real? That
was pretty good, Gary.
He's doing porn star.
Yours just got to me too.
So you don't think Ronnie's really like that when push comes to shove?
I think Ronnie's a dirty talker, but I don't think he moans like that.
Oh, so you think he's quiet like Scott is?
I think he's like, most guys aren't screamers and yellers. It's just for movies.
Well, not screaming, but don't you like?
Yeah, but that's okay. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's
the whole
thing.
1.25 seconds. And it'll go on for like 10 seconds.
I mean, you may do like that.
Now, how did this compare to the guy who came in with the world's sexiest voice today? Did Howard learn anything from him, or
he learned that when a guy proclaims himself something, it doesn't mean it's true. But it was, people were like, "How come you put that guy on? You're having all these big guests on." But that's like what we do. We brought the guy in to see what his story was. It was goofy.
And Joe, took a lot of pride in what he did, and he said, as a kid, as his voice got deeper, people had told him that he had a really sexy voice.
I thought it was a lot like. Like your neighbor, the kid can sing, and everybody, they might be the best singer on the block, and everyone says, "Oh, you should be a professional singer." People must say, "Oh, you should be in radio. You have this great voice. You have such a sexy voice." But maybe he does just for the neighborhood. I don't know if he's the sexiest voice.
Sexiest voice in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
I think he's going for something bigger than that.
Right. He could with work. He has a nice deep voice.
Yeah.
And if he had the proper training, he could be an announcer. Sexy voice, I didn't get it, so it didn't work for me. But he could be an announcer.
Who here do you think has the sexiest voice?
I can't
on the
just
staff.
Guys. I Benji. I love Benji's voice.
No, I'm serious.
I'm told that all the time.
Yeah,
that I have
you're
an
the best.
incredible voice.
With your eyes, with your blue eyes.
Not even if you don't see my eyes. I'm told, which is funny because I know it's squeaky, but I'm told all the time I have the sexiest voice.
I will tell you who a lot of women have told me. Have you ever heard Fred you ever hear Fred to be a DJ?
Yes.
Like when Fred's, talking, Fred's got this sort of smooth, sort of calming voice. I've heard women say he's got a great voice.
I'd like to take Fred on. We call people anonymously, and we'll see who doesn't call the police.
Hey, it's Gary Deabate, Baba Booey. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, Robin Quivers stopped by. That was a big deal because Robin hasn't been by the show for, almost a year and a half, right when her illness started. She came by, she answered questions from listeners, questions from me, questions from Benji. It was very interesting and great to have her back. Here's how it went.
Let's start off with Paul McCartney. And whenever Paul McCartney, he's gone from a dream pet project to his third trip up here, which is pretty amazing. Right?
When I think of how much time I spent trying to get him up here the first time, years, literally, I think it was 10 years in a row, he would be the first call I would make every year for Howard's birthday. I figure shoot high, and I would always get shot down. And yeah, now that, it's fair to say that Paul McCartney is a regular on the Howard Stern show. In fact, I was pitching another guest last week, and I said Paul McCartney has made this a regular stop whenever he's got something to promote.
And he has a good time with Howard. And he's sitting there on the couch, very comfortable, answering every question about all the songs that he's written. And it's the one guest, though, where I think you see Howard kind of, he's not nervous, but he definitely is in awe because this is a Beatle he's talking to.
I was going to say, and I don't mean this in a bad way at all, but Howard becomes a fan. I've seen Howard be a fan. Like, Howard's a fan of a show, but at the end of the day, it's still Howard is watching the show. Howard's a fan in a way, like the excitement, you can really feel it. Like, you know that Paul has had an influence on his life. There's not many people that fit that bill.
Yeah, and he's looking at him sort of as the kid growing up watching the Beatles, and he talked about how whatever they did, he did. You know, they were trendsetters for a lot of people, but obviously him. And at the end of the interview, Howard gave a genuine thank you, and you can tell it wasn't lip service, and Paul appreciated that, and I thought that was a sweet moment.
Yeah, Howard went to a lot of different places today. I even thought that that you know, you always get like a little crumb of what his and John's relationship is. And I thought the story he told about how he would, when he was in school, he would say, I've written some songs, and people would be like, cool. And John goes, well, yeah, I got some songs too. Like right from the get-go at 15, they're like, you know, well, you want to do this? Let's do this.
And also how they describe the way they collaborate. You know, Paul saying, you know, he's writing getting better, and the easy thing would be, you know, to write whatever. And John says it can't get much worse, and how they were just a match made in heaven. And it reminds me a lot of this young lady coming here now with Howard, because they just gel in a way that is sort of like you don't script that stuff. Either you click or you don't. And when it's right, you can do some legendary stuff. And Robin, so glad to see you here.
Yes, I thought I'd come down and say hi to the wrap-up show today. And it's funny that you should mention that, because that thought occurred to me when he was talking about that writing process between him and John.
Because with you and Howard, it always seems, I mean, I know you guys have had your ups and downs, but there's just a natural flow, natural chemistry, and you both feel very comfortable with one another. And you've got millions and millions of people listening, hanging on your every word, which is sort of Beatles-esque, because they had the same type of effect on people.
Well, I just think it's when that collaboration is right, you just find whatever idea you had just got pumped up, you know, like on steroids, because they just take it to the next level for you. You know, it's like, oh, here's a great idea. It was sort of like, you know, when I just happened to, you know, yesterday it happened when I just said, oh, you know, they're doing this Dr. Ruth Broadway show. And Howard said, well, how great would it be if Pam Anderson played Dr. Ruth? And then all of a sudden it became a completely different idea.
And I would imagine it's effortless at this point with you guys. And that's, as an audience, you sort of can appreciate that over time. And I think with McCartney, it's the same thing with Lennon. They just were the perfect marriage. And of course, you know, the results speak for themselves.
Yeah, I always say that Howard's like the world's greatest dance partner, because he leads and he makes you such a great dancer that you don't realize when you try to dance by yourself, you're not really as good as you thought you were. But seriously, like I'll go in there and I'll start talking to him, and he just starts leading me, and I was like, well, this is so effortless. And then you go talk to somebody else, you're like, this is so fucking hard. You must be dealing with that a lot now when you're on your book tour, right? You have to deal. I mean, some of your interviews, but you get some dumb.
But you just basically tell your story, or you do whatever you're going to do. You
but sometimes it seems
you don't look for that collaboration.
No, you look. Sometimes you can't find any collaboration.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why you just bother. You know, I know what I'm going to say, and I know what I want to do, and I'll just throw this in here or there. I'm not looking for what I get when I'm talking to Howard.
It sounds like with this extra interview, though, that you did with Beth, there was a little bit more than that.
Beth was amazing, because when we sat down, she says, oh, I'm so nervous about the interview. And I said, what are you nervous about? And she said, well, you know, I want to do a good job, and, you know, I want to, you know, get to something really substantive. And I said, well, you have a perspective on this that no one else has. And she was like, what? And I said, you know what Howard actually went through. No one else has this knowledge. And from that, she says, yes, you got to say that this is what we're going to talk about. And that's sort of how the interview rolled out.
Is Howard's ego going to be out of control after he watches this interview?
Yes, I really do think he'll, think he has the ability to heal, and he'll be touching people, laying on hands, and doing the whole thing.
You know what this makes me think of? Remember when Howard saved the guy from the bridge?
Yes.
And then he started playing Mariah Carey's Hero. And she go, you can be my hero. And he's like, yes, I am a hero. That was like balloon head.
I mean, it could get to that point again.
Hey, did you ever get to a point that you were like trying magical type stuff?
Trying magical type stuff, I don't consider it magical, but I did a lot of things that were not necessarily, in the
I mean,
cancer rule
like
book.
going to a healer, that kind of
No, I didn't go to a healer, but I had a Reiki master. I did reflexology a lot. I did everything I could to lower my stress level because, it's very stressful to have this and then go through these treatments and wonder if they're going to work out. And so I did a lot of things that were calming and healing in that way.
This is a really personal question, but I'm curious. Did you pray?
Did I pray? I didn't ever do that kind of thing, where you're sitting there going, dear
God,
Lord,
if you let me out.
please, please. No, that never really happened. I think it happened in other ways. Like, boy, I really want to get out of this. It wasn't like a prayer to any particular God.
But you never lost your energy. Like you never lost your.
I did. I was faking it. That was that character that comes.
That
on
character's
the
pretty
air.
amazing because, and we talked about this when you were out, but you were on the air a couple days after. We know what you went through, and I'm not going to single out Benji, but other people, come in late, have different issues. You're battling this, yet you're on the air every single day. But I would think that's kind of what motivated you and kept you going because during that time. You were Robin on the Howard Stern show, and you got to think about that.
For 4 hours every day, I didn't have to be sick, and I could just sit and have fun with people. And while that microphone was on, I really didn't feel pain. I really wasn't uncomfortable. I was there. I was in a zone. I go into a zone with the show, and so the rest of the world doesn't really matter.
Is it strange being back here live in studio?
Yeah, it is a little strange. The first day. I've had, the camera view of Howard.
Right.
The whole time I was at home. And so the first day when the console was way up high and all I could see was the top of his head, I was like, oh, that's weird. I can't see him.
But wasn't it also weird for you to come into, I mean, you came into a different office.
Well,
the
surroundings have changed radically, and it's really beautiful. And, there's a bit of a different attitude. It's much more professional. I just noticed today that Paul McCartney's name was on the door of his green room.
You don't even know the half of it.
And
Do you know that we give out gift bags to the guests?
Well, Howard, you said something about a gift bag to me yesterday or the day before, and I was like, oh, we've even got a gift bag, and there's little snacks.
Did you see the bidet in the bathroom?
No, there's no bidet in the
No, but did you notice that even our, this is my favorite.
The bathroom has no tickle chair.
That's right. Right. Our bathroom here that the guests would go in was a storage facility. So at one point, there was a tickle chair was in there. The RoboSpank was in there. There would be a giant closet. Sometimes it would be open with props of like dildos and everything.
Right, yeah.
That's
there were
gone.
days, because I used to go in there to do my makeup, and I'd back up and fall into the tickle chair trying to get my makeup on.
Those days are gone.
I thought you just wanted to be tickled.
Getting back to McCartney for a second, Gary and I were saying in the beginning, it's the guest that you see. Howard becomes this fan with Paul, and he does a great interview, but it's like one of the only times you'll see Howard act that way. Is there anybody else who he acts that way with, as far as you can, with Rickles a little bit? Maybe I'm trying to think of other people that he does that with.
Yeah, because I'd have to think about that for a little while. But there are you definitely get those times. Well, the first time it happened, and I always think this is funny. Like our very first guest,
Soupy
Sales, and I had been working with Howard only, I don't know, less than a year at that point. And, I thought he was amazing right from the very beginning. And then, all I knew of Soupy Sales was the dopey, stupid roles he'd do in movies and the guest shots on TV talk shows. And so I didn't really think that much of Soupy. And Howard's like, oh my God, Soupy Sales is coming in. And I'm like, what? You're excited about Soupy Sales? He's like, Robin, you have no idea. And he did. He did this gushingly fan-based interview. And Soupy loved it, of course.
Little did you know how that relationship would play out over time.
Yeah, we had no
course.
idea in the future we'd be at odds with Soupy and actually at war. But that first interview, and I was like, wow, that's your idol, huh?
Were you upset that Howard didn't realize that your book was dedicated to him?
Well, it was such an aside, yesterday when I was with Beth. And I had sent the book to him, and then I didn't hear anything. And I thought, well, maybe he just doesn't think that much of the book being dedicated to him. And then she said, Robin, do you realize he didn't know that the book was dedicated to him until I pointed it out to him on Sunday? And I'm like, are you kidding me? And she's like, no, he skipped right over that part, went to the meat of the book, and never even saw it.
Eric in Jersey, welcome to the Wrap-Up Show.
Thanks, John. I just wanted to check in with Rob and let her know that I'm a devoted listener. I hated the secrecy surrounding, why you weren't in the studio. But after the explanation last week or the week before, I wanted to thank you because I felt like as a listener, I had a role in your recovery.
Yes,
and I felt like I was part of, I did my part by shutting my mouth, listening to the show, and just hoping that everything turned out okay. So
yeah, people don't realize how much of a therapy it was for me to be able to get up and just have the show to do every day, and not to have it focus on me and how I'm doing all the time.
Did you ever get out of the zone and something like jarred you that we were talking about that emotionally was very, very tough to handle?
I remember when Roseanne's Tom Arnold came in, and at that time I had an ileostomy. Mm-hmm. And Tom Arnold came in and he started talking about how he blew out his butt with oxycodone and had to have a temporary ileostomy. I was like, that motherfucker. I wasn't having fun. I wasn't doing oxycodone, and I'm in the same shape.
It was interesting because I talked to Robin about this off the air, and I realized I have never talked to her about it on the air. So when the guests would come in, I would have to say to the guests, and by the way, Robin's not in studio. She's doing the show from home via ISDN line, so just don't reference that she's not here. The audience knows she's not here, but don't say, where's Robin? Because it slows the show down. And it was such a social study. Some people would be like really cool, and some people would get like this almost like funeralistic look and tone. I remember Bradley Cooper getting very serious and going, I know, how is Robin? But people would take on this tone, but everyone would look at me like, I know. They would grab my hand. I'm like, I'm not the sick one.
I also love when the guests were in there and you would start speaking, they would look to your booth and start talking to your booth, even though
George Takei was so much fun to watch because he always talked to the booth. He never stopped talking to the booth when I spoke.
And the other weird thing was there was about a half a dozen people who weren't big fans of the show, didn't know the show really well. And I would tell them that, and it seemed, in my mind, for some reason, they all seemed to be English. And they would go, fuck you, I'm going right in, and go, where the fuck is Robin?
But some of the other things, because I was watching everyone, I could see everyone through I was Skyped the TV feed. And so I could see everyone as they were in the studio. And there were, sometimes the strippers or the porn stars didn't quite get the explanation.
Right.
And there were people who'd be looking up in the sky. Where's that woman coming from?
I promise you it was explained to all of them.
Hey, if it didn't make a difference to anyone, but it was just purely how you felt about it, do you like doing it better from home or coming in?
Well, there's certainly an ease to just walking down my hall and sitting there, but it's much better to be in the studio.
Why?
It's much better because there are things that, I can only see what the camera decides to show me at home. And sometimes the camera didn't work. That was another thing. Every once in a while there was a technical problem, and I'd be doing the show completely blind. And so that never worked. And you always had that that fear that technically something will drop out. At least if I'm here, it can be compensated.
What about, because I always wondered about this, because I know when I'm doing the show with Howard, there's a lot of eye contact going on between Howard and I that tells me what to do or not do.
Right.
That must have been really missed.
I adapted. There was one day that I totally lost the video feed,
Mm-hmm.
and we had guests in, and it was a band. I can't remember what band it was, and it was very hard at that point because there were so many elements.
Right.
And I said, I just got to lay back. I can't do much because I don't know what's happening.
Right.
Your relationship with Howard, you guys have always been close, but I would imagine your ordeal has brought you even closer. Did you even think that was possible, number one? And number two?
I still don't think it brought us closer. It just, things had to be done and exercised that had never, switches had to be flipped that had never needed flipping before. That was the only thing it felt like to me. I've always been sort of a self-sufficient human being, and all of a sudden I didn't need just a little help. I needed a huge amount of help, and he just took over.
Yeah, I think for me, watching this whole thing go down with you two, is the headline is, you think of some of the great partnerships in the history of entertainment. You talk about John Lennon and McCartney, and, Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis, they had this thing, and none of them lasted.
No.
People burn out on each other, and the story for me was this incredible 33, 35-year friendship that you guys never sort of had to really acknowledge.
No, it was just like it just sort of sat in a box and never got used. And so it was just like, all right, this actually works. All these, we never tested it before, but the system works.
Another person you said was very close and really caring during this was none other than the great Ronnie Munn, which surprised some people because they don't necessarily think that Ronnie is that kind of guy.
So sensitive and so sweet. He's amazing.
Oh, let's not get carried away. Huh?
No, he was there visiting me every time he could, and
True.
just texting me little notes of encouragement or just wishing me a happy holiday. I was just like, wow, there's Ronnie. Ronnie's right there.
No one knows that side of you.
Only me.
They probably won't ever know that side of me.
Somebody that works here closely with us described Ronnie as a big ball of mush.
Yeah.
Who said that?
I'm not going to tell you.
It really is true, though. I mean, he's got a very soft center.
I hear that from somebody that lives in my house, too.
Why are you embarrassed by being called a big ball of mush?
Hey, come on, man. That's a little gay, don't you think?
What's gay about it?
I don't know. Big ball of mush. I call my son's dog a big bowl of mush.
Is he gay?
He might be. Who knows? He's always smelling my dog's ass. So.
But you realize, Howard, Ronnie, you can attest this better than I can, but the show is a family in a way. And when this kind of stuff goes down, people show up or they don't, I guess. They're there for you or they're not. And I know some people...
And sometimes they show up and you say, don't.
That's where I'm going with this, Benji. You mentioned that, of the people that visited you, the one that you feared, if you will, was Benji. Not that I'm sure you didn't appreciate the sentiment,
it was wonderful that Benji was trying. Yes, absolutely. But, I was in a state that I just didn't think I could handle.
Which is totally cool, but people don't understand.
Benji.
I wasn't stalking. Robin, you kept giving me a message back like, how about this Friday? Try me this Friday. I think Friday would be good.
And
then I'd write back on Friday.
But I just didn't know what else to say. I mean, how can you say, please stop bothering me. I don't want to see you right now.
I would have been fine just to say, that's lovely. I'll let you know when it's a good time.
Can I jump in here?
I didn't think of that, Benji. Now I'll know what to write.
Benji sent me the text exchanges with you.
Uh-huh.
And the best way I could describe it is Benji was really trying to see you, and you were like a girl who was being pursued by a guy who didn't want to say fuck off. So you'd say, like, maybe next week, but most guys would get it. You were hoping, and they didn't. That's what I got.
It was a specific. Try 5 o'clock on Friday.
Wasn't that?
I don't think so.
Andy in South Carolina, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, Robin, glad you're back and healthy. For what it's worth, I did offer prayers for that imaginary man in the sky. But the reason I wanted to call was while you were out, it seemed like you were a little more, your opinions were a little stronger and confrontational with Howard. Am I imagining that? That's before I knew what was going on. You just seemed to be a little more bolder in your opinions. Was that the case when you were out sick?
I don't necessarily think that was the case. I didn't think I was changing in any way. I do know that I sort of abandoned my vow not to emasculate men. I was like, I got to just go on automatic.
So who'd you get? Who do you remember getting?
Well, of course, JD all the time. And there were lots of other people. There were lots of other people. The knife was flying around, wasn't it, Ronnie?
Yes, it was. even from your house.
Yesterday, when JD left the studio, you said, poor JD. You made a comment about that.
Yeah.
Now, is JD growing up in front of your eyes, do you think, or do you think he needs to grow up a little bit?
JD reminds me of Richard Christie at a certain point in his evolution with the show.
So JD's eventually going to take stuff in his ass? Like...
but Robin, because I've had this conversation, what changed for Richard?
I don't know exactly when the change occurred, but Richard came out of his shell and he started interacting with the world. His self-esteem elevated, and I think it was when he realized his connection to the show meant a lot to people outside of the show in that world that means something to him.
Now, God help me for saying this, because I know I'm going to get shot in the head, but back in the day, way, way, way back in the day, there were some elements of Fred that were JD-like, and what I thought changed for him, and I mean this as a high compliment, was when Fred met a woman that he really loved, it changed him, and I think that was some of it for Richard, too.
But I think Richard wouldn't have even found that woman unless he could get out of his own way. I mean, he had to come out of that shell. Yes, she was right in the office, but he still had to come out.
My point is, I would love to someday find the right woman for JD.
Yeah, but I think there's going to be, there has to be a little more work done on JD before that can happen.
Right. What type of work? Like, what do you think he needs to do?
Again, he has to start feeling better about himself. He has to start thinking well of himself. I mean, he puts himself down before. The reason he can't finish a sentence is because he's critiquing the sentence before he says it. And then he just gives up on it. So he has to get to a point where he thinks he has a valid opinion. He thinks what he says is worth hearing and that he's an okay guy.
Right. We have to stop introducing him to strippers and prostitutes.
Well, that's another problem because he doesn't know how to talk to women anymore.
Is there anybody who's treated you differently since you've been back, or is it just business as usual? Or
Sal hugs me a lot. I mean, every time he sees me, he hugs me.
Does he give you that voice? The voice Sal puts on, his sympathy.
Well, it's not that. He just hugs me. He's got a big grin on his face and he hugs me. So
I wonder how many candles he lit. He looks like that guy's a candlelighter.
He looks like a candlelighter, and he probably talked to that Long Island medium. Exactly. I bet you that's what's going on there.
Oh, I can guarantee he's done that.
For sure.
And then some, right? Early in the show, Howard was talking about the Ventura Stern ticket.
Yes.
And how support has been growing for this. And
well, there was an article. Did he say it was in Forbes magazine?
Forbes, yes.
Oh, okay. I got to take a look at that, see what was actually written.
So it's getting a little traction here, and Howard's like, how am I going to have time to be the vice president of the United States?
Oh, it took him goodness. How much time did it take him when he was running for governor?
Right. Come on. He's got to do it.
He does have to do it, right? And the thing is, I could see Jesse Ventura putting him on the ticket. Like, this is quickly drifting from a bit into reality.
Robin, you're really for it?
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
I don't say I would vote for them, but he has to run.
No, but you're really for Howard doing it as a personal thing for his life, that he would enjoy it.
Yes.
Huh.
Listen, I don't think Howard could take the pay cut.
Well, wait a minute. I figure we're going to still be doing everything, and he'll be vice president.
Oh, yeah, that's going to happen.
We're just moving the show to Blair House.
So radio show, AGT, and vice president.
Absolutely.
That'd be a very interesting
Has that ever been done before?
Yeah. Back in the 70s,
as
Carter
Jesse said, you're not supposed to be a career politician. You're supposed to still continue your regular life.
I could see Howard was just sitting there, and he goes, ugh, this fucking re-election. What did I say? Another 4 years. Whose fucking idea was this?
And you're part of the cabinet, I guess.
Absolutely.
Is there a position that you'd want in particular, or just want to be part of the team?
He said you'll be in charge of vegetables, but you could give me the whole food thing, the FDA or the Department of Agriculture.
And what would you institute? What's your platform?
Well, quite frankly, we would go back to old-fashioned farming. Everybody's going to have to become Amish.
I'll tell you what I would not be good at. I would not be a good communications director. I would definitely be one of those people who would immediately start fighting with the press from the podium.
You're not going to be the press secretary? Come on.
What's your role, Gary? What do you see yourself as?
I don't know. The communications director, but I watch those people all the time. I guess you go in every day you take the same shit from these people. They just bait you, and then they just wait for the one day where you lose it, and then they show that over and over again.
Well, you could be chief of staff.
I don't know.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we talked about about a plastic surgeon who called in and had some recommendations for some of the staff. And thankfully, we had Sal Governale here to lead us down the path of what makes you beautiful in the morning. And you're not going to believe what he has to say. Enjoy.
On to Dr. Shiner, who, and if you go to the website, you'll see the photos that he worked with, and so they're sort of before afters, if you will. And Gary, you were the first one in, and it sounds like you were interested in doing some of what he suggested.
I'd like to try a little light Botox.
Would you?
No. I saw what he meant. First of all, let's work backwards.
Okay.
I'm not sawing my fucking jaw to move my gum line.
No, not an option?
No, that's ridiculous. But his job was to say, hey, if I were going to make Gary look better, these are the things I would do. The eye thing, at first I didn't understand when he said I had descending eyebrows. That's what he called it. But I do know what he's talking about, how I have like sort of one eye looks droopier because of my eyebrow. See that? I understand it. I actually don't even like it. Having said that, I'm not sticking a needle in my fucking forehead. Every 6 months, by the way.
Yeah, he did say it was 6 months.
Yeah, every 4 to 6 months. Like, would I like to look better? Sure. Is that going to make me look so much better that it's worth it? But that's the difference between me and, say, a Sal. Sal, if he said that about Sal, Sal was like, oh, I got to do that. In fact, I got to do that. In fact, my kid might not have to get a winter jacket this year because I have to fix my forehead.
That's my next question. Who do you think is most affected by guests like this?
Sal.
Yeah.
Sal, there's no doubt.
Ronnie, do you ever think about stuff like that? Plastic surgery or Botox or any of that stuff? I know you mess around with your mustache from time to time.
What do you mean mess around with it?
Well, now you don't, but you tried different looks before. You haven't always had that look.
Okay.
So have you ever thought about plastic surgery or had plastic surgery?
No.
Why not?
I don't want to.
Why?
Who cares? I don't care.
So if the guy said, hey, if you did this or that, it would make you look a little bit better, you ain't buying?
I'm not going to go through the pain and that bullshit for what?
So you look better.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm with Ronnie. Like,
I don't care. What is it going to do for me?
And the other thing, too, is there's a certain laziness factor involved. My cousin is like a world-famous hairdresser. He has a salon here in town. So I went to a salon one day. Now, about 6 or 7 years ago, people started coming up to me a lot and going, man, you look old. You got gray. You got really gray. So I went to my cousin's salon one day just to talk to him, and he goes, hop in the chair and I'll color your hair. And I go, no. And he goes, why not? I said, because I'm not coming back here every 4 to 6 weeks to get my fucking hair colored.
Right.
It's not, then you miss it. You miss an appointment, and then it goes gray again, and then everybody knows you're coloring your hair.
Sal, did you feel any of the doctor's assessments were accurate today? I mean, Gary went first, so we could start with him.
I thought they were pretty good. They were on the money. He was great.
Do you think Gary
You looked awful.
Well, we'll get to me in a second.
And that was the before and after picture, but yeah, I mean, the transition wasn't good for you.
Thank you.
You look like a fat lesbian in both pictures.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Coming from a Middle Eastern magician like you.
Yes, exactly. So that's why I do
in all
what
fairness,
I do.
a Middle Eastern cruise magician.
But if you were assessed and he said, hey, a little Botox would help, would you consider that?
Sure.
Now, Ronnie's completely against it. Why are you?
I'm not against it. I didn't say I was against it. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Look,
you're against it for you.
I'd love to get my fucking eyeballs, my bags. I got like
you will soon. It's called embalming fluid, Ronnie.
I got suitcases under my fucking eyes, man. But you know what? What's it going to do for me?
But when it comes to women, do you like when they get plastic surgery?
You know what? With women, it's really weird because down the line, as they get older, it's almost like their face and shit. If they do their face, it looks like it's cracking.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You're right. A plastic surgery doesn't age well.
There's nothing worse when you see a chick from behind. She looks like she's 19, and then she turns around and it looks like Madame the Puppet.
Oh, I saw a lady like that
she's been
yesterday.
Stretched out like taffy.
Dude, this woman was walking down Columbus Avenue yesterday, and she had the best looking body you ever wanted to see from behind.
Right.
What are you doing?
Fixing. Go on.
All right. And she's wearing a mini dress. She had great legs. There's long, hot blonde hair.
Yep.
And then she turned around.
Oof.
Oh, boy.
It was like you were being
It was like Phyllis Diller was reincarnated. My God.
My buddy and I spent an afternoon at the West Palm Beach airport playing the game, hot or not. And because it is, the bodies, and some of there was like an 80-year-old lady, she wearing a cowboy hat, like the ones that hot chicks wear, like a Pamela Anderson hat.
Yeah, so she looked like Bret Michaels meets Phyllis Diller.
Right.
You know?
But Sal, you do stuff like this. Is it constant upkeep? Because a lot of times you'll try different things.
You brush your teeth in the morning. You comb your hair. You pick out your clothing. It's just another facet of trying to look as best as you can.
How many additional facets do you have in the morning?
Not much.
Like what? Like give us your routine.
Rogaine, I guess. I add Rogaine to my
I'm
hair.
curious the things that you're doing that you're not telling us. I bet the farm.
Oh, there's plenty.
There's a lot. I use teeth whitener.
Okay.
But
what else?
Howard makes fun of my teeth being too white, so I don't like to talk about teeth whitener.
But you understand, brushing your teeth is a hygienic thing. It's not it's a necessity, not a luxury.
Well, I said also brushing your hair, grooming yourself. You know, you groom yourself.
Well, take us through your morning. Like you wake up, you get in the shower, then what do you do? Seriously.
I wake up, I get out of the shower. First thing I do is I apply a Vino cream, which is the best cream to keep your skin young and fresh. A Vino, it's got cumoidal oatmeal in it, so I coat my whole body with that.
Now, how do you know
I
that
massage
works?
under my eyes. It's the only. It works wonders. That cream.
How
When
do you
I have
know?
a rash on my ass, I swear to God, don't use anything but a Vino cream. If you have ass rot, it goes away. I'm telling you, within almost hours. It's amazing.
That's how you get rid of the cancer in your ass?
I don't know, but this stuff is just great.
Well, a testimonial like that proves it.
His face, he does have nice skin. I don't know if do you have makeup on
He has
today?
makeup on.
No, but I always
Well,
had
hold
nice
on.
skin.
Wait,
My skin itself is but Gary makes fun of my skin all the time. He says I have pterodactyl paws.
He does. When he gets
pterodactyl?
when he gets nervous, if you look at you see the buffiness on his forehead.
Yeah, but I do think he has a nice...
It's like a basketball.
I think of all of us, he has one of the nicest skin tones.
Well, hold on. Let's take a step back.
I
So
disagree.
you put your cream on, then what?
I put my cream on, and then I apply my Rogaine. I put that on, and then what I do is I take Q-tips and I dry around my eyes so all the lotion is gone, and then I take the oh God, this is crazy. What? I take the tanning spray and I give it a good spritz. And then I take the Q-tip and I kind of rub it in so certain parts of my eyes match up to the rest of my face, so it's all even.
At what point in this process do you wash your vagina?
Well, you're asking me. I'm telling you what
Keep
I do.
going. All right, so that's your eyes. What else?
And then I blow dry my hair, and then I bend down and I use my my spray, the Tresemme hairspray, and I bend down so my hair goes up because you don't want to miss, you don't want to see the bald spot. So if you bend over, your hair, because of gravity, goes down, and the hairspray hits the follicles, it keeps it up. And that's
That's it?
Well, under my arms, and then I use a little bit of cream on the cock.
Do you
and
ever
balls.
take a day off,
hold
like, and just like sit home in the curlers, or?
I'm sorry, Benji. What kind of cream do you put on your cock and balls?
The Aveeno cream every day.
Why?
It keeps it soft and fresh. And I've been using that for a while. It actually helps eliminate. When I did the cock cheese thing, that was one thing that I didn't do for a week.
How long does it take you to get ready in the morning?
About 40 minutes.
Wow. Now to go back to Benji's question, do you get freaked out if you miss a day
of Aveeno cream?
Of everything.
Like, do you ever take a day off if
Like
you're not
the day,
going anywhere?
The day I was late, it was killing me. I wish I had sunglasses. The day I was late after the Christmas party when Howard said he was retiring, I came in and I was all disheveled, and even Robert goes, "Wow, he looks like a chick that just rolled out of bed before putting on her makeup." And that's
And it turned out to be true.
Yeah, pretty much.
So when you're
spending, I don't wear. It's not like I just want to look as good as I can, and that's it. When I was a kid, I was called Raccoon Boy, and that still bothers me. It bothers me tremendously when they used to call me Raccoon Boy. I remember working as a waiter at Houlihan's, and it was Halloween, and we had a meeting, and the boss goes, Marie, you're going to be a witch. You're going to be Frankenstein. Sal, you don't need a thing. You're Dracula. Just put on a cape with those dark eyes. That really was, and they started laughing at me. That was embarrassing. So my whole life, hearing that kind of stuff just created a great insecurity. So I tried to balance it as best as I can. I know it's vain, but what can I tell you?
When you travel, because I heard you talking about you were in the city that night.
Yeah.
How much extra stuff do you have to pack?
Well, Richard used to hate it because you can't pass 3 ounces or 6 ounces through the airport anymore.
Right.
So I had to always check my bags. So we always had to wait an additional half hour to retrieve our bags. He goes, "You and your goddamn creams and makeup and all that shit, just get rid of it already."
Ronnie, what do you think of Raccoon Boy's makeup routine?
It's insane.
Right? I mean, you take your time getting ready, but I can imagine it's nothing like this.
No, absolutely.
What's your routine?
I get up. Actually, I shaved the night before, so to save time. Jump in the shower for like 5 minutes. Blow dry the head. Throw the deodorant on. Little mambo. Oh, and I use this stuff on my face also, but it's not makeup. Noxema makes this shit. It's called what the hell? Like a face conditioner with CoQ10 in it.
The best is fake bake. Fake bake is
No,
the
I don't
best.
want any fake shit. I just put this shit on it because it keeps
My wife had to
my
send-
skin from fucking drying out, and that's it. That's all I do, and I'm out the door.
I have to usually apply the fake
25
bake
minutes the most
on the deck because
in total.
I put a stain on the bathroom wall. My wife was so pissed off. So
you accidentally tanned the wall. So
I did. There was like a silhouette of my head behind me.
So what do you do in the winter?
I still go outside
with a wet head.
Yeah, and I walk down the hallway to spray my hair because she says the hairspray as well gets stuck all over the wall. So when I apply the hairspray, like I bend down and do it in the bathroom, but for the rest, I literally walk down the hallway so the mist doesn't get onto the walls. It's weird.
Doesn't it just- get on it the just gets walls all of the over the hallway? Floor instead.
Not really, because I walk fast and I just and I walk
fast.
back.
So you're sprinting down your hall.
I spritz my hair while walking down the hall.
He's chasing the spray
because my wife is. It's weird, but my wife is actually pissed that I use hairsprays and stuff.
You're right. That's a weird part of
Yeah,
the story.
The worst part of the whole thing is, John, after all is said and done, he's still got raccoon eyes.
Oh, thank you, Ronnie.
Would you say
I
that-
went to a doctor for my raccoon eyes? So I go, my eyes
Why?
are dark.
Try another one.
Well, this was funny. I went to him and I said, look, I want to get. He told me what I needed to do. He goes, you need a little Botox in there. He goes, it's actually your eyes are sinking in as you get older. You need to inject it. And he goes, and we could do a chemical peel to alleviate some of the darkness. And I said, I'm not sure. He goes, or the other option is makeup, but you know what type of guys wear that, right? And the doctor said that to me. And yeah, I was like, I wink at him. I go, I get your drift. And I left.
Yeah, but you're already wearing makeup.
But he was saying it, yeah, but...
Wouldn't you worry, though, that if you did the Botox thing, like once you start, you can't stop. It's not like a permanent thing.
Right. If it's free, I'll do it. I can't afford it. It's $3,000 a shot.
Not $3,000 a shot.
Or like $1,500 a night.
No.
Is it
It's
less?
like the guy said today. It's like a couple $100, $300-$400 every 6 months.
Yeah.
So it's like can you do $1,000 a year? You willing to take that out of your family's
Not really.
mouths?
No. I'm actually pretty good where I am right now.
I still keep picturing him walking down the hall spraying his hair.
Joe, I was thinking about this. I would bet you that Sal's whole regimen in the morning is like 30% cosmetic and 70% mental. Meaning, I don't think it's changing him as much as he thinks it's changing it to us.
I would guess it's probably 10% cosmetic and 90% mental.
Right.
It's definitely in your head.
I bet you think you look a lot different to us than you actually do.
Except for the...
They're my fans. You know what I mean?
So if they're your fans, they shouldn't be jealous.
All right. Well, all right. Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.
All right. You
See,
take
he's
care of
smart
it.
enough to figure that out.
Yeah, Mutt should remove those things, those horrible things about me, but he doesn't. And then I reward him with a radio show. I'm stupid. All right, thank you. Bye, Laura. She's not bad at all.
Gee, I can't believe that pairing.
Yeah. But he's not. At least he's not banging her.
No.
That would be just unthinkable.
But then that means all she does is hang out to talk to Eric.
Right. Well, Eric informing me that my clothing and my whole general appearance is made fun of, and that I shouldn't react to it.
But don't react.
Right. Well, he would know about that. I mean, people on that website call him a disgusting fat slob every minute, and he seems to ignore it. He seems to. I should learn from him.
He hasn't changed one thing.
Yeah, Jeff.
Hey, Howard.
Hey.
Oh, that's Jeff the drum.
I'm gonna whoop his ass.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to put money down on you. Robin
How
thinks.
did you do on the test? What?
Well, he doesn't know yet. I mean, how did you feel about the test?
How did he feel about it?
About the IQ test?
Yeah.
I think I did pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think he can win.
Hey, Howard, I got a gig this Friday.
Go ahead, quick plug.
Okay. DVLH, Wicked Wrestling, Friday, July 23rd. I'll be at Burlington, Wisconsin, at Bobby Rockets, and I'll be managing Insane Clown Posse's Weed Man.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Sounds like a great gig. Sounds like a future. All right.
The reason I said that was because Eric can figure out how to get himself into and out of messes. Jeff doesn't do anything.
Right. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. It's a tough one. I'm going to put some money down on Jeff. You can put money on Eric, and we'll see what happens. I don't even remember who's in the contest. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. Miss Howard TV is going to say hello. We're going to do the news for you. We got a lot going on, a lot of shows. So, okay, let's go to High Pitch Eric. Could he have something relevant to say? Go ahead, High Pitch.
Hey, Howard. Good morning. First of all, I want to let you know, remember you did Letterman about a month ago? The replay is on this Thursday night at 11:30.
What did he say?
Remember you did Letterman
Yes.
about a month? It's on this Thursday, the repeat.
Oh, this Thursday there'll be a repeat of Letterman.
Yeah.
He has so much, I guess, saliva in his mouth. I can't understand what he
No,
said.
I think it's tissue. I think he's got a big fat tongue and
Yeah, is that what it is?
jaws that invade on the inner part of his mouth, and so I can't talk around all that. He really has to work on it.
Yeah.
Can me, Marianne, and Bobo come to the shows when you do America's Got Talent?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'll only get a certain amount of tickets, and I'm being deluged with requests.
I mean, we want to go as a group and support you because we love
Yeah. All right. Okay.
All right.
Gary, is there some sort of list for the New York America's Got Talent tapings in April?
We do have a list, and we are keeping, building it.
All right, here, talk to Eric. He wants Marianne from Brooklyn, and hold on, and Bobo.
All right, thank you.
All right. Yeah,
Marianne's already on the list.
I will put Eric and Bobo on there.
Okay.
But not like 20 people, just, Bobo and his wife or something. And,
Two each.
yeah, 2 each.
Really, for Eric, it should be one.
What? Yeah, Eric. Eric, you don't have a +1, do you?
Yeah, +1.
Who could that possibly be, Eric?
He's going to sell it or something.
Exactly.
He is +1.
I'm gonna bring a girl with me.
No, you're not. Yeah, you don't even know a girl. I'm gonna just come by yourself. All right.
All right.
Okay. Hold on.
By the way, they're telling me in the news department that Eric is now up to 370.
Wow. 370 pounds. You fat.
No, I'm not.
Wow. What are you doing? You can't control your eating. I mean, what could you possibly be eating? Do you just drink tons of soda?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And I took a lot of coffee too.
Yeah, but the soda, it's full of sugar. That's what's doing it.
Well, you know, John Lieberman was just at my house, and he was surprised how my room was. My room was spotless.
Yeah.
Not even dust anywhere.
He must eat. But I'm trying to think. I was reading an article. I know what it was. There's a guy on the internet. I saw the tape. This guy weighs, they think, 700 pounds. He was desperate. He goes, nothing works. So he made a video where he said, look, can someone help me? I weigh 700 pounds. The guy can barely stand up. He's deformed. He looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow. Or whatever that is.
From his overweight?
Yeah, he's 700 pounds. He can stand for a few minutes at most.
Yeah.
And he's a mess. So he put out a video. He says, I hope this goes viral. Someone will help me. He says, I've tried everything. I tried dieting. I tried exercise. It doesn't work. So they were describing, he sits on the couch all day and drinks soda and eats pizza. The two most fattening things on the planet. And he's just getting fatter and fatter. You have to see this guy. So now some guy who supposedly has success working with obese people is going to work with him, but I don't know.
Well, you have to understand at that point, Howard, that it's more than just an eating thing and cutting down. He has mental issues that are also causing. There's metabolic, mental, and physical issues there.
I do have a way of fixing those mental issues. You take a big piece of tape and you wrap it around his mouth, and I let him eat for one meal a day.
Once again, you wouldn't be able to stay in the house with him. You'd have to leave him alone.
No. Oh, there he is. That's the guy right there, overweight guy. Look at, you got the full body shot of this guy? It's unbelievable. He's 700 pounds. Here, wait. I don't know. If you fast forward that, Robin could see his whole body. I don't care how many ads he answers on Craigslist. I don't know how you get laid being that size.
Well, he can't get to you. You have to come to him.
According to what I'm hearing, Craigslist is a bunch of ugly guys, really good-looking women. And I don't know. I don't understand it.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, hey, you go over, and you know what? They feel bad for you, so they feel.
They're afraid to say no.
They answer your... Wait, why are you here, Eric? Because you're depressed? Is that what's going on? Talk to me a little bit.
And to say hello.
Because we get a letter from you. Oh, I want to come in and say hello, and now you're here. Hello.
How are you?
And what is this? Gary told me he was talking to you in the green room, and you're depressed? What's going on? Talk to me.
I've been depressed, anxiety attacks. And the reason I'm depressed because the anniversary of my mom's death has come up. And I'm seeing a psychiatrist and a psychotherapist.
Oh, no kidding. Well, that's good. And how are you paying for a psychiatrist and a psychotherapist?
Because I have health insurance.
Oh, you do, and that takes care of it.
Yes.
And what are you on? A bunch of medication?
I'm on high blood pressure medication.
What do you weigh now? That's the source of your depression.
Listen, the last time I went to the doctor, I lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks. You want me to go on the scale?
What do you think you weigh? Because you look fat as can be to me. 350 something? I bet you it's more. Stand up. I bet you it's more.
People.
Oh, it's way more than 350. I bet you, Jason, what do you weigh? You're losing weight.
People at work said I've lost weight.
No, you didn't lose weight. You're gaining weight. What do you weigh?
I think I'm down to 272.
Oh, you're good. You're human.
I guess.
I think Eric ate whatever you lost. Go over and weigh yourself. I guarantee. George, he weighs more than 350, right?
I would say so.
I'd say he's closer to 400. I'd say he's about 385. Let me see where you clock in.
Whoa.
He's 350. He's a lightweight. He's right. He's 350. But that isn't good either.
Well, 350 is better than 360, 380.
That's true. Your math.
What are you doing to lose weight?
Nothing.
No, with depression, you don't eat that much. So I haven't been eating that much.
Have you been walking?
I do a lot of walking where I live. And I work.
With depression, you don't eat that much. You're eating something. What do you eat for breakfast today?
I had nothing, but when I go home, I'll have a yogurt and an iced coffee.
This guy is so full of shit.
I swear to God.
Eric, you weigh 350 pounds. How tall are you?
6'1".
Yeah, you're 350 pounds. You're not eating a yogurt for lunch.
And then
Eric,
for breakfast.
Eric, look at me.
But for lunch, I have 3 slices of pizza.
You just said for lunch you're having a yogurt.
For breakfast, when I leave from here.
You have a yogurt.
Yes. And an iced coffee.
And that's it until lunch.
Yes.
And at lunch you eat 3 slices of pizza.
Yes.
That's your whole lunch.
Yes, and then
up till dinner time you don't eat anything else.
At dinner time when I'm at work, when I take a break, I'll go to Burger King.
Yeah.
And get like a burger.
One burger.
Yes.
Burger, fries, and what?
A chocolate shaker and iced tea.
You're telling me that's all you eat for the day?
Yes.
Even though that is a lot of calories, it wouldn't maintain a 350-pound weight. You would lose weight on that diet. It's not a healthy diet. Pizza has no value whatsoever nutritionally. Your burgers have no nutritional value, very little. There's some protein there. But you wouldn't weigh 350 pounds. You're eating way more than that.
I swear.
What is it, Jason?
This might be pre-diet, but when Eric comes up to do Superfan Roundtable, we have pizza, and it's the entire show. I just sit there and watch him put down the slice.
He doesn't even know what he eats. That's why you're fat and you're depressed. And you didn't get along all that well with your mom anyway, right?
Listen, I got along with her, but you want to know what really hurts? I couldn't see her before she passed away.
Right, she was mad at you.
She really wasn't mad. She loved me.
Then why couldn't she see you?
Well, my sister would not let me see her before she passed away.
So you're angry with your sister. Why wouldn't she let you see your mother?
I don't know.
You think that's...
Weren't you stealing from the family or something?
No, I was not.
Oh, you weren't?
No.
So then why wouldn't your sister let you see your mother?
I don't know why she wouldn't let me see her.
So that haunts you?
I did nothing to her.
Howard,
right.
I don't know everything about the sister relationship, but I know there was a period of time where when a sister got married, he stopped doing our show for like 8 months because they told him if he did the show, he wasn't allowed to come to the wedding. So he feels some heavy shit from them.
He wasn't allowed to come to the funeral.
When his sister was getting married,
they told him
he had to stay off the show for 6 months before the wedding to be able to be allowed to go to the wedding.
Wow.
But Howard, I love this show. You know what
I know you do.
Look, with what I'm going through, I have a good support system.
You do?
On Facebook.
You do?
On Stern.
That's your friends?
On Stern Superfans Facebook.
Those are your friends?
Those are a great group of friends and support system I have.
And how do they support you?
They help me by talking to me.
Right.
And one of my friends, Jamie, said, why do you go in and ask Howard for help? And I want to.
What kind of help can I give
I want to
you?
get help for myself.
Right. Well, good.
I want to lose weight. I want to know if you know anyone that can help me lose weight.
I could hook you up with Richard Simmons, but I know you're going to give him a nervous breakdown. There's no helping you. It's so difficult to get through to you. Are you going to follow? Let me teach you something, Eric, real quick. Then we have to teach Sal, because you guys are about this operating on the same level.
If you
don't listen to me.
Yes.
Want the truth about losing weight?
Yes.
I'm going to give it to you simple. You don't need help. You know what you need to do. What do you need to do? What kind of help do you need? What do you imagine somebody would help you with?
To lose weight.
What do you mean? How do you lose weight? You tell me.
by not eating junk food.
So you need help with that?
But every time I say I want to lose weight, it's so
You want
hard.
help? I'm going to help you right now. You want to know what you should eat for breakfast? Oatmeal with a banana. Can you do that?
I can do that, but I don't like bananas.
All right. You want some strawberries in there?
Yeah.
All right. So for in the morning, you have oatmeal and strawberry. Don't whine about it. You want something different. Just eat that. And for lunch, have broiled fish with a baked potato. Can you do that?
Yeah.
No butter on the baked potato. No sauce on the broiled fish. Just let them put a couple of seasonings on it. Can you do that?
I can try and do that.
You can try and do that. Here's all the help you need. What?
Do you have a sponsor that can help me lose weight?
A sponsor? Well, you know what you're going to do with the sponsor. You're going to nudge him and look for free shit. Well, I'm your sponsor now. What more? What could a sponsor do? What are they going to do? I'll get. You know what? I got a Scotch tape company. They Scotch tape your mouth closed, and then you'll lose weight. Is that the kind of sponsor you're talking? What sponsor you imagine
If
can
you
help
have someone that can help me work out in the gym so I can lose weight.
Work out in the gym. Here's your gym. You ready for the gym?
I want to lose 75 to 100
I want you to
pounds.
walk a couple of miles every day. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. So now you've had broiled fish. You've had oatmeal. What are you going to have for dinner, do you think?
I don't know.
How about any 5 ounces of protein, a green vegetable, and I'll tell you what, a handful of pasta. How's that? That's your treat.
I like pasta.
You
very
like
much.
pasta?
Yes.
All right. So what did I just say? What are you going to eat?
Well, I could eat an oatmeal with strawberries,
Right.
broiled fish with a baked potato, no butter,
Right.
and I could eat a handful of pasta for dinner.
With 4 or 5 ounces of any protein. You know what protein means? Meat or fish?
Right, and no butter on those either.
No. And a green vegetable. You know what that is?
Yes, broccoli.
You like broccoli?
I love broccoli
All right.
very much.
Now you got your help. And for dessert, you could have a bowl of fruit. And when I say a bowl of fruit,
Pineapple.
but not a whole pineapple, you maniac.
Half of it.
Not half. 4 or 5 slices of pineapple. And come see me in 2 months. You'll be thin. And go walking a couple of times a day.
I do
Get
walk
off your fat
right.
ass.
I do walk right.
All right, then there you go. Anybody disagree with my advice?
Ideal.
What sponsor is going to give you any other advice?
Just
I know you want to get a hold of a sponsor and nudge him to death and look for free shit.
No, I haven't been doing that in a long time. Even if
All right, let me test you on what I just said. What are you eating for lunch today?
An oatmeal with strawberries.
All right. By the way, tonight, I want you to eat a whole pizza before you go to bed. Is that okay?
No,
Why not?
because it's too much grease on there.
Right. What are you going to have before you go to bed? Dinner.
Right.
Well, what are you going to have?
A handful of pasta with broccoli
Yeah.
and some kind of protein.
All right. Here's all your help you need.
One more thing you need, and that's self-discipline.
Well,
you
forget
got to
that.
do it yourself.
Well, that's the point. He's looking for somebody to do it for him.
Right.
If I can give you a little bit more about you want to know what else you need? A shower and brush your teeth.
I do all the time.
All right.
Howard, you can even ask Shirley or John Lieberman. I've got my act together for the last...
You're working?
I'm still working at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Nice.
Yankee Stadium.
Right.
My 3rd season there.
Good for you. Now you're talking. Now I'm proud of you. You want to speak to your mom?
No.
Do you want to speak to your mom? Is that the problem? Because you didn't get to speak to your mom? I have powers, right?
You got powers.
Extraordinary powers. How do you think I got famous? I'm going to go into a seance now. I'm going to contact your mother. I'm going to let you speak to her. And she will answer you. I'll do it for you if you want. What's your mother's name? Lori. Lori, please come to me. Let me reveal my powers on the air. This is something I've never done for anyone on the air. Eric, is that you?
Yes, me.
Son?
Yes.
I see you. What did you want to say to me?
Just want to say I love you and I miss you.
Eric, I love you too. Don't be angry with me.
I'm not angry with you. I have no reason to be angry at you.
You're my boy.
And you're my mom.
And listen to Howard about how to lose weight.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Why is your tooth bleeding?
It's not bleeding.
I see blood on your tooth.
No.
I thought you were taking care of your teeth.
I am.
All right. Do you feel better now?
I feel better that I connected with you just now.
Hold on. I have to leave now unless there's something you want to tell me. Now's your chance.
I love you very much.
I love you, Eric. What happened? I don't know what happened.
I spoke to her.
George, what happened?
It was a very moving experience. You transformed and became a medium. And Eric communicated with his mother.
Well, I'm pleased to have done it for you. I've only done it a handful of times. You feel better about your mother now? So powerful when that happens. She's fine, by the way. I know that. She felt very content.
Are you exhausted?
I'm drained mentally.
You look it.
Good for you, man. I'm glad I could do that for you.
It was
You know,
very
Howard,
touching.
you know,
Yeah.
What would I do without Marianne from Brooklyn? She keeps me aligned, too.
Right. Well, you got a lot of good friends between me and Marianne. By the way, that's $3,000. I contacted your mother. I'm a medium and Eric's an extra large.
I was the leader of the group with all the fans that came to the Today Show.
Right.
And you saw all of us.
Yeah, I saw you. You're terrific. You're a big fan, and I get it.
And we went to Jimmy Fallon. You saw you over there, too.
You're a great fan, and I was glad I could help you there.
And then me and Marianne went to The View. She could have stopped talking how you tweeted me, Marianne, Bubba, how you fist bumped us.
All right. Jay, you're on the air in Chicago.
How many veneers is he getting for that much money?
Oh, you're talking about Sal. Sal, how many veneers are you getting for $12,000? Do you know anything about this?
Yeah, I'm a dentist.
Oh, you're a dentist. Good. How many veneers are you getting for $12,000?
I'm getting 16. You're getting ripped off, dude. You can get rebonding redone, and if you get veneers,
Right.
they end up turning into crowns. He's making a horrible decision.
Well, why? Because the crowns are annoying?
No. It's all about how much tooth it covers. Veneers are something that young people get. He's getting a little older. His teeth are wearing down.
Well, he said he's going to be shaving down my teeth.
Yes, he shaved them down just a wee little bit to put the veneers on. I bet you in 5 years they're all going to have to be redone and turn into crowns.
Yeah, you got nice teeth. I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know, but the deal that I got is the veneers pretty much are free. It's the impressions. You would know this as a dentist, right, sir? The impressions that you take and the lab costs. That's something that the dentist really can't help me with, and that's what I'm primarily paying for. So it's roughly it could be $8,000 to $12,000. I'm going on the high end.
Right. I think it's a mistake because he has no money, and
I would advise against it if the dentist cared about him.
you know what the problem with Sal is? When he wants something, he wants it, and he doesn't care about the consequences. He just wants it, and he's going to get it.
I am very determined with stuff.
I have the numbers here. So, Sal, if you pay $12,000, right?
Yeah,
five years at 22%. How much interest do you think you'll pay over that time?
Quite a bit, I would imagine.
Quite a bit. Oh, that's pretty exact.
Almost $8,000. So you'll borrow $12,000, but you'll pay back almost $20,000 in 5 years.
That makes a lot of financial sense.
We're assuming that that's the case, though.
Well, that is the case.
But
what do you mean? What's to assume? Why do you think credit card companies love you? They know you're dumb.
Well, that's not necessarily true because
they look for guys like you.
Oh, I cleaned up my credit card debt.
You paid a fortune off in credit card debt finally. Now you're ready to start anew.
Well, I have a little. Sometimes you have to reward yourself a little bit. And I look at my teeth.
You don't have to reward yourself. You really don't.
You could drop tomorrow. God forbid.
And if you drop tomorrow, that's $12,000 your kids could have.
I also have life insurance, so I'm okay. And I put 529s away for my children as well. Believe me, my children are my priority. But I think it makes me feel better to have my teeth done. It's just something.
Go ahead. Jay says it's not necessary.
I appreciate
you
that.
You need to rearrange your list.
Right.
Yeah, all right.
What you gonna do? Thanks, Jay.
Thanks.
All right.
It's Italian Ice signing out.
You should go talk to Eric. We just spoke to his mother.
Okay.
You're laughing at him? His life is more together than yours right now.
Oh, yeah, right.
Your life is more together now, Eric, than Sal's. Congratulations.
Thank you.
He's not in debt. Do you have any credit card debt?
No.
He doesn't even know what a credit card is.
Yes, he does. He knows.
He's actually pretty smart. He scammed a few people in the past.
You want to talk to Eric's mom?
Sure, I'd love to.
Hold on. Who's that? Sal, you moron?
Please kill my son.
You're bigger of an idiot. No, I'm...
Oh, you're the mom.
Mrs.
Yeah, hi, Mrs. High Pitch.
You're an idiot.
Thank you.
So my son's smarter than you. This is Lori talking. My son at least doesn't have credit card debt, and he doesn't have a bunch of kids that he can't pay for. I'm proud of Eric. But you're an idiot.
Did you kill yourself over Eric?
No.
Okay.
But I didn't want to see Eric before I died, but now I do.
The whole world could see this
and
fat ass.
And you should shave your head like my son. You imbecile. Good for you, Eric.
You're the retarded Curly from Three Stooges.
Right. All right. Thanks, Sal. Bye. And goodbye, Eric. I got to go again. This is Lori.
Howard, last month I hung out with someone in Philadelphia.
Who?
John Bellaris.
Oh, yeah, I know John.
Yeah, very good guy.
It's a weather guy.
Yes.
Oh, here he is. John, you hung out with Eric?
Hey, John.
I'm not working, Howard. That's not.
John Bellaris had a great weather job, but then he got canned because he did an interview in Playboy and he said some shit. I do think it was dumb, but nevertheless, now his guy went from being a high-paid weatherman to hanging out with high-pitch Eric.
You know what? I'm supporting Eric. He was a big fan, and he wanted me to call in, Howard, so I wanted to show him some love, give him support, because he does need to lose a few pounds. And that Playboy article, that wasn't me.
I know.
No, it wasn't. That guy just wrote a bunch of crap from past articles.
You'll get back on your feet, John. Don't worry
Hey,
about
John, can I ask you a question? When is that 2020 interview going to be on?
June 1st.
He's doing 2020 on June 1st.
Right. Eric is such a weird guy. He has a fascination with weathermen, people who do the weather on TV. And did you used to harass? Like, what was it like? Who were the various weather people you used to harass?
No, I used to. I know Chris Cimino from NBC, and
what is it with weather people?
When I was
like
a little
Sam
kid,
Champion, you loved.
When I was a little kid, I always wanted to be a meteorologist.
Who were the ones that you called over and over again?
Chris Cimino.
Yeah, and who else? Was it Sam Champion?
Sam Champion just once.
Yeah. Who else?
And I got in touch with John Bellaris.
And who else? There was a long list of weather guys you would harass. No, not Stormfield.
No,
he has a bunch of them. He's not being totally upfront.
That guy Dave Price, who used to work for CBS.
Right.
Morning show.
So, like, the idea that he gets to hang around with you is like the biggest hard-on in his life.
You know what? He's nice, Howard. He's a cool guy. High pitch.
All right. I love high
pitch.
I'm a fan of high pitches. Thank you. Marianne from Brooklyn, go ahead. And thanks, John Bellaris, everybody. If you got a weather job, give it to him. Marianne.
Howard, he really cleaned up his act, and he works the Yankee Stadium. He's doing a great job. He's been a big Michelle Mars fan since he's a little boy. He's always had this fascination with the news, and he's doing a great job. I want to say that now, if he gets those veneers, they whittle your teeth to little points. You can't bite into a crunchy apple or a piece of Italian bread, and eventually he's going to have to do that again. He's crazy.
I told him.
Eric, I love you.
All right, Marianne, thank you. All right, listen.
Do you know what went to America's Got Talent that Thursday?
What Thursday?
Back at the Hammerstein Ballroom, I bought this beautiful girl for her birthday.
Isn't that nice? All right, Eric, look, I'm glad I got to see you. Is there anything you want to promote? Oh, see High Pitch Eric appearing at Ott's on the Green in Turnersville, New Jersey on July 21st at 8:30 p.m. What will you be doing there?
Just hanging out with fans, taking pictures.
Okay.
Yeah,
Or
for free, yeah.
Not Lisa G. You don't charge $100 for that.
No. And not like that. Not like Eric here, will charge $5.
And follow Eric on Twitter at HPEric71. HPEric71. Eric is E-R-I-K.
Yes.
All right. And it's good to see you, High Pitch.
Thank you so much.
I'd shake your hand, but it's soaking wet. And I'm not going to do that. We're going to come back. We have a bunch of things to do. Number one, I'm going to take some phone calls. Number two, I have a bunch of things to play for you that have been laying around here for quite some time. And number three, since Robin's here, I won't be doing the news.
I'll do a few.
No, you won't. No. Don't even, you know what's in the news. What?
Number three is just some money to give away.
I do. I have money to give away. I can't give it to you, High Pitch.
No, I know.
I have to give it to one of the listeners.
I know.
All right. We'll be back right after these words. White Husky. All right. Speaking of unwanted animals, High Pitch Eric is here.
Oh.
Yeah. He was stopped by because he gets like a rundown of things to talk about, but one of them is he doesn't have a job right now because baseball.
Well,
look
his
at
job
you.
is coming to an
he
end.
Goes, look at me. Look at you. I'm not going to look at you. I don't want to look at you.
I'm dressed up for the occasion.
Oh, I think you were implying you lost weight.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did. I guarantee you, I weigh less than Tim Sabian.
You think you weigh less than Tim Sabian?
I swear to God.
What would you, if I weigh you and you less than Tim Sabian, I'll give you a prize. But what are you going to give me? I mean, look at you and look at Tim. You're going to lose.
I guarantee you, the last time I weighed myself at the doctor's office was at 338 to 341.
And you think Tim Sabian weighs more than you?
But because the last time I heard the show last week, he was, I don't need cookies that much.
Yeah, but saying you think that Tim weighs less than you. I mean, wait, you think you weigh less than Tim, excuse me.
Yes.
Wow.
Come on, you don't think
Have
I
you
lost
seen
weight?
Tim? You just seen him.
Eric, you're disgustingly fat. You're obese. I tell you what, you have to kiss a fish.
No.
Oh. If I don't even have a fish, but you have to kiss a fish.
If you weigh more than Tim.
Right.
No.
Hey, see?
You're not that sure.
I got dolled up just for you today.
He's wearing a shirt. What is that on your arm?
What is written on his arm?
Tattoos? What does it say?
This is my softball team I played for.
Oh,
what does it say?
What is it? Let me see. Hold up your arm. What does that say?
The Bosch.
What?
The Bosch.
Is that English in there?
Yes.
Get out of here.
It looks like it says, I'm disgusting.
No.
It's on your other arm.
The Howard Stern tattoo.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, listen, I don't want to bore the audience to death with your story, but is your mouth bleeding again?
No.
Yeah, your tooth is full of blood.
It's not.
It is.
Yeah. Oh.
Continue my interview.
Oh, my God.
Before we continue my interview, Eric the Actor tweeted saying he's on hold with Shirley's comments.
What? Yeah, don't about it. Just calm
I
down.
don't know what he said.
I know exactly what he said.
Is that English?
Yeah. Oh, the actor's on hold. We spoke to him. We spoke to you already. You were on for 45 minutes.
Well, I just wanted to say that it dawned on me after hanging up that how does this Shuey know what that I said to David or how that meeting went when
All right. He
Shuey
takes
Bass was on the stage, not even in the room with David and I.
I apologize.
All right. Thank you, Eric. Anyway, there's no way you weigh less than Tim. I'll tell you what. Make your bet. Hey, Gary, we have any money?
I got $500 from Mr. Steven Singer.
All right, I'll give you $500 if you weigh less than Tim. But if you weigh more than Tim, Sal can paint your face with his cock.
That's going way. That's going gay. I don't.
Yeah, that's gay. There's no question it's gay.
When did you have fear of going gay?
All right.
Wow, that's
At least you'd have contact with another human being. You know what I mean? I mean, last time you even had anything, any kind of private parts near you.
Howard, you
Want to do it? You want to do it?
No.
Okay. $500.
I can't do that with Sal.
What, if Sal just paints your face with a cock?
No.
All
I
right.
liked it when he didn't have a job and he had to do it.
Right. Gary said high-pitch Eric is so unusual in so many different ways. Like, you can count the ways. He's got a scrapbook of celebrities that he was showing Gary. And Gary said high-pitch Eric's like a 5-year-old, you know. Limited intelligence and stuff, right? I'm not saying anything that we don't know.
Right.
So he's so proud of this scrapbook of celebrities.
Yeah.
But it's so weird. Like, this is okay of him with me, of course, because I'm his one celebrity friend.
Right.
Right.
And the other celebrities are all TV weather people.
Yeah, he weather people.
Yeah, but
But not only weather people, just regular news people.
yeah, but weather people, but all from CBS.
Really?
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing.
Yes.
Like,
Do you
Gary,
only get one channel, Eric?
was there? Yeah,
I said to him, he goes, like, it's a big scrapbook. So there's like this logo, the front of the CBS building. There's a lot of stuff you don't need.
Right.
Then it's like, there's Chris Raggy. Like, tell me who are the CBS people. Go through it.
Okay, you got Chris Raggy.
Right.
You got John Elliott, the weatherman.
Right.
You got...
These are people that pose for pictures with you.
I didn't get John Elliott yet.
Right.
Who's some of the women that you have in the book?
Mary Calvi, who does CBS this morning.
Right.
And Rob Morrison saw my picture last week.
Okay.
And Raggy... I got Maurice Dubois, Lonnie Quinn, a weatherman.
So weird when Eric's in here. I feel like I'm gonna vomit.
So then I said to him,
you know what I mean? Like yeah,
because the thing in his throat.
My stomach's turning right now.
But so then I said,
sorry,
to him,
Eric.
I said to him,
didn't
what about
insult you.
no Janice Huff? Because Janice Huff is the NBC weather person.
Right.
And
Right.
you said what?
I don't have her.
Why not?
Why?
Because I don't like NBC or CBS.
What is that about, though? Like, when you fixate on CBS, did they do something for you?
No, I just like CBS. I like to watch the CBS News.
Right.
But wait a second, they let you come in, right? They let you go in, they give you a little tour of the
Yes,
studio?
I like 11 o'clock
They
news.
catered.
Catered him. They like that he's a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta look at that book.
Then you
Is
go
it
through the
just-
book a little more, and then there's just a picture of a dog.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, Dad. He goes, I went to visit a pet store in Arizona. It's like a scrapbook.
Right. How old are you now?
41.
Yeah. It's like a 3-year-old.
I love celebrities. I came back busy trying to do interviews on the street.
Yeah, yeah.
He told us he did a bunch of interviews.
And he's so proud of these interviews because all he did was turn on a tape recorder and interview people, but the interviews are horrible. They're boring. They're ridiculous. The quality of the interview.
Howard, you want to see my recorder?
So bad.
Hey, you want to see my recorder?
Yeah. Oh, that's your recorder?
Yeah.
It's so bad.
I take after Shirley. Shirley teaches me the ropes.
All right. Anyway, Eric, what can we do for you today? Because, you know, what are we doing here today?
Why are we
play my interviews?
Oh, we have to play them?
Yeah.
You'll last for 3 seconds. If listen to this.
What's best interview he got?
Here's Eric interviewing a guy. He's at America's Got Talent.
Okay.
And here he is for 56 seconds. I guarantee you after 15 seconds you'll be begging me to turn it off. Not only is the quality of the interview horrible, in this day and age to have such horrible quality, and he keeps pitching us he wants a job with Howard TV. He can't even do an interview with a decent quality, and then it's so boring that you can't last for more than 20 seconds. Here we go.
What's your name?
Jeff.
What do you think of America's Got Talent this season so far?
It's been great so far. I think this is my first time here. I'm glad I'm at the final performance. I think the fact that Howard is here and brought the show to Newark.
And you should see Eric's face. He thinks this is so great.
Good job doing these interviews. Even the finalists, too.
Yeah, but there's nothing entertaining or no one cares.
I try.
All right.
About
He's happy that there's sound.
Yeah, right. I can't believe he created sound.
Who do you want to see go through the finals and win the whole competition?
I think I like the dog act, and I also like the Miami dancers, the kids. I think they've been pretty consistent. Either of them.
Sounds like you're in a thunderstorm.
What do you think of them?
I like the dancers. And...
What do you think? It was very windy that day. Oh no!
Sounds like you're on the wing of a plane. Like you're outside of the plane.
Sharon Osbourne not coming back next season.
I think it's.
Oh my God, the same guy?
Still going on.
But hopefully, I don't know.
Look at Eric listening to himself. He's so proud.
He's like a guy listening to his song.
Do you think this is interesting? Honestly.
For me, yes.
Yeah?
I don't like doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's interesting to keep asking this guy questions, Eric.
I asked a whole bunch of people questions.
You want to hear a different one? Well, here's a woman on the wing of a plane.
So what do you think of America's Got Talent this season?
This is actually...
Well, the quality's much better on this one, by the way.
I don't know why. Maybe it wasn't that windy.
Yeah.
the time I've ever watched it because Howard is the judge. So,
what do you think is going to make it, or you want to see it win?
I'm a big fan of Latte Dogs and also the Sand Act. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, let's Sand. Well, these are fascinating. Do I have to listen to them all?
You want to listen to some of the finalists?
No, that's okay.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing here, Eric. I mean, you're dropping by and everything.
I thought he had news for us or something.
I got news for you about Eric. This is really good news. So Eric lives in this apartment building where, like, he doesn't have his own bathroom. He has to share a shower and toilet with, like, other people on his floor.
Uh-huh.
And he jerks off in the shower.
Oh.
What other people have to use. Want to talk about that?
Well, I wipe it down with Clorox bleach.
After?
Yes.
Why do you have to jerk off in the shower? Like, why can't you just jerk off in your apartment and spare people that disgusting thing? I mean, you have to use the shower. Be in there and jerk off. It's so gross.
No, I just
Is this a daily routine?
You what?
No, I do it late at night when I shower.
Yeah, but I'm saying, can't you do it in the apartment and then shower?
No.
Why?
It's easier to do it in the shower.
But you realize that it's a communal thing and other people are putting their... Do you go in there barefoot?
No, I wear like slippers.
Flip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Do you ever get any jizz on your toes and your feet?
No.
No? You know you don't. You seem so confident.
No, I don't. I just take a bottle of Clorox and wipe down the floor.
You know you don't pick a bottle of Clorox and
I
wipe
do. I
down.
bring the spray with me.
Yeah, sure.
No.
You Clorox after every shower. You've never missed.
At all.
Yeah, okay.
I spray the curtains, too.
Oh, my God. You know, what do you think about when you're jerking off in the shower?
Well, just to feel good.
No, but what do you think about?
No one.
You don't think about a person?
No.
You don't think about a girl or a guy?
No.
Are you thinking about a guy?
No.
Is that true?
No.
It's not true. I thought so.
No, it's not.
All right. So tell the truth. You're thinking about a guy.
No, I'm thinking about myself. That's it.
You think about yourself.
Oh, you get hot thinking about yourself?
No.
You don't think about girls?
Come on. I love myself. Come on.
You think about yourself doing what?
Just being me.
Yeah, but I mean, think about...
No, because I'm going to have stuff.
No. Oh, God.
He doesn't even know how to masturbate.
Yeah, I mean it. I think about me. That's not true. You think about... I think you're thinking about a dude.
No, I'm not.
Is that what's happening? You embarrassed to admit that?
No, I'm not embarrassed.
Are you thinking about a girl? Or you got to think about something to get yourself erect. You can't think about yourself. That's ridiculous. No, you're lying now. I know you're lying. I want the truth from you. That's what would make you interesting if you would tell the truth. I can't have you on here anymore if you're not going to tell the truth. I can't. It's ridiculous. Tell the truth, and then you'd be interesting. That's why your interviews are boring.
Ah, you know who?
Yeah.
Because I work on TV all the time.
Ah, okay, now getting somewhere. Finally. Who?
You ready?
Yeah.
Kelly.
All right, there you go. Now that's being honest.
I watch her every morning with Michael Strahan.
Right. And you think about her...
Just looking beautiful.
And she's you? Or she's blowing you?
She's blowing me.
Kelly Ripa's blowing you?
In the shower.
Wow. All right, now you're talking. And does Michael Strahan ever slip in blowing you in the shower? What? You swear to...
Swear to God.
You never thought about Michael Strahan blowing you?
Never.
All right.
Do you hear the news about me and Eric?
Now, I'm going to stick with the shower thing. Is it true that Joey Boots rubbed cream in your ass crack because you had a rash?
Yes.
Yeah. How does that happen?
Because I had Joey Boots and a girl.
You know, Joey's gay.
Right.
Right.
I had Joey Boots And this girl that lives in my building, look at my ass crack, because I thought my ass was killing me.
Right. Was burning?
Yes.
All right. So you said to Joey, look in my ass.
Yes.
Is there anything in there?
Like, you don't go to a doctor. You don't say to somebody, you said to Joey Boots, a gay man, look in my ass to see what's going on back there.
Right. So he said there was really nothing there.
Right.
And then one of the girls took a Q-tip and a bottle of cream and put cream in my ass.
No, Joey put the cream in you. Joey said he did it.
Either a girl did it or he did it.
Yeah,
you
right.
know what was going on.
I hear he did it. So you let a guy rub cream in your ass?
Yes, because I couldn't do it on my own.
Right. You can't reach your own ass.
Not where I had to. Not where the Q-tip had to go.
Where was it? Deep in your ass? It was burning?
No, not deep.
So he shoved a Q-tip up your ass and put cream in there?
Yes, because I needed help to do that.
Right. You know, the cream, did the doctor prescribe it?
No, I got it from a store. Yes.
You went to the store and said, my ass burns, and they gave you cream.
They give you
some kind of cream for, like, it burns and itching, and then I had to
So you have hemorrhoids?
No, it wasn't hemorrhoids.
Then why is it burning and itch? Are you wiping back there?
Yes, I am.
Thoroughly?
Yes, I am.
And you wash back there?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. And it started to burn, but you know...
Hemorrhoids.
Then why would it burn and itch?
It just did.
Do you want Robin to look in your ass?
No.
Robin, you don't want to help him out?
No. Let Joey Boots help.
Does your ass still burn?
No.
The cream worked. One application of the cream.
One application, and it worked. And then I had to use this special powder.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
It was called monkey butt
powder.
What goes on with you? How are you maintaining
it's such
yourself?
an interesting life.
It just happened that one day.
That doesn't make any sense to me. If you have an irritation, it doesn't go away in one day.
Never. But monkey butt cream.
See, I don't believe any of this. I think Joey must have applied the cream more than once.
No, he just did it once.
And then after that, you were cured.
Yes.
What is Joey Boots, a visiting nurse?
Yeah. Wow.
It's still itchy now, Eric?
No, it's not.
Let me check.
No, you don't have to.
I can only imagine what the real story is. What really is going on back in...
Nothing.
It's weird if Joey comes over and puts cream in your one time and all of a sudden you're better and he did it with a Q-tip. You sure he didn't use his finger?
No, he did not. He used a Q-tip.
All right. Well, there you go, Robin, an exclusive interview. So, Eric, let me hear. I'll read his plug and then we're done, right?
Hey, Howard, but before you do that, did you hear the news about me and Eric? That we made a truce?
No one knew you were at war.
We were at war before.
And why? So tell me the news.
No, well, this girl who's in the green room with me does an internet radio show, podcast, and she got me and Eric to make a truce.
I pitch Eric's AGT interviews on GP2 and White. We had those. We played some of those.
Right.
Join High Pitch Eric for the American Cancer Society's Breast Cancer Walk in Central Park on October 21st. How far is the walk?
It's going to be 5 miles.
You can walk 5 miles?
Yes.
Isn't it true you've been having heart problems lately? Like, been feeling your heart pounding a lot?
But when I have anxiety, yes.
Yeah. You're going to have a heart attack. You're obese.
But it's a walk. It's not a run.
Right. But 5 miles of walking you think you can do?
Yes, I'm going to do it with Marianne from Brooklyn.
You're not going to be able to do it. And be careful. Like a mile. Did you ever walk a mile?
Yeah,
I walk from 72nd Street all the way to 57th Street sometimes.
Yeah.
That's a nice walk.
That is a good walk.
Yeah.
Your feet don't hurt afterwards?
My feet don't hurt. I put comfortable shoes on.
But you realize that's less than a mile you're talking about.
I'm doing the walk with Marianne.
It's 5 times what you normally walk. You think you can do that?
Yes, I
Without
can.
getting a heart attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Slow walk. It's going to be a process. I'm going to do it.
All right.
Doing it with Marianne, this guy, Joseph Muskie, who runs the Stern Facebook Superfans.
Okay.
It's the Stern Facebook Superfans team. And one of the girls in the green room is doing the walk, too.
All right. All right. And registration begins at 8 a.m. at the 72nd Street Band Shell.
Yes.
All right. High Pitch Eric, everybody, who loves life, and he loves the Stern fans, and he's over at AGT every night. I saw him there.
You about that?
No.
Where are you going to play it?
Yeah.
I want to interview you here. So.
No, I don't want to.
No, not on my recorder.
No, I don't want to be interviewed by you.
He wants to interview you right now.
Yeah, okay, ask me a question.
Okay, question. Did you want to see when...
Tom Cotter, the comedian.
I wanted to see that too.
What?
I wanted to see that too.
I would have been a lot prouder if... wait, this is too good a quality. I would have been a lot prouder to say the Tom Cotter one than the dog act.
I know, me too.
Do you have an itchy ass? I do. Hey, can you put this Q-tip up my ass?
I don't have one.
but there you go. Thank you.
Another great high-pitch Eric interview.
Yeah, great seeing you, Eric. You're a good man. We love you, and I commend you for doing the breast cancer walk. Just be careful you don't get a heart attack.
You know why I'm doing it, too.
Right.
Because you don't want to get breast cancer.
No.
Got bigger tits than most women.
No, because my mom passed away of cancer.
I know that.
And that's why I'm doing it.
Oh,
Did she have breast cancer?
No, she died of, she had another type of cancer, but I thought I want to do that, and...
Nice. All right, I'm proud of you. And I hope you get a job soon.
Thank you.
Right. All right. High Pitch Eric, everybody. Good seeing you.
You want to see my book?
Yeah, I'm going to look at it later. Are you sure your mom's not still alive and she's just hiding from you?
No.
Honestly, you don't think so?
No, you want to go on a scan real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, I know what we're going to see. You're obese. It's what you're going to tell me. It's the size of a whale.
Get ready to be surprised.
Go ahead. Let me see.
Wow.
344 pounds, and you're proud of that.
Obviously, well, yeah, because I dropped some weight.
Yeah. All right, Eric. Well, congratulations on your weight loss.
Thank you very much. Howard, I love you. Shuli, Benji, Fred, I love you all.
What did you love if, like, TV did their own Dancing with the Stars with, like, Pitch Eric? And like I want to do
Jerry
that.
the retard.
Can we get a bigger budget so we can do like that? Like
I know who I want to dance with.
Who?
If I say the name, if she'll do it.
Kelly Ripa, of course.
Oh, or Lisa G if she wants.
Yeah, you ever jerk off
You
to
would
Lisa
take
G?
Lisa G as a partner?
You never jerked off to Lisa G in the shower?
Kelly Ripa. Oh, and there was a woman that used to work for the Hollywood 100 News who I had a crush on.
Who was that?
Who was that?
Patty Crone. No. Remember that girl, Michelle Gerson?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Used to work for Hollywood 100 News.
You jerked off to her?
Yeah.
Wow.
She was hot.
You know Will?
No, he's lying. He doesn't jerk off to women. Chris Raggy, that's your...
Yeah. Girl.
Oh, you gotta see my photos. I want to see what you...
I wonder if girls can sense that Hyperjerk's somewhere jerking. I wonder if Kelly Ripa knows that. I wonder if she gets grossed out knowing that he's jerking.
Right. Kill herself.
I mean, it's a very nice compliment, though. What do you imagine, like, this is go down, like, do you imagine Kelly Ripa going...
Yeah,
like,
what are you and Kelly doing?
There's got to be a scenario, like, do you hear what, at the show, or you
see her on TV.
Right. And how do you kind of room with her?
I just envision her voice in my head when I'm in the shower.
No, I'm saying, though, don't you envision you meet her somewhere? And
yes.
Where do you think you meet her?
Somewhere in the streets, just to say hello to her.
Right. And then all of a sudden, what? She's attracted to you and invites you, what?
To her house for dinner.
Right. And you're having dinner. And what's
she wearing? She's dressed very hot.
Yeah. Can you describe it in your head? Like what's she doing?
Lingerie. Yeah.
Kelly Ripa's in lingerie for you. And she's serving dinner. Lingerie, and she's here wearing high heels, I imagine.
Yes.
Yeah. She's talking to you, and like, I think you're great. I hear you on the Howard Stern show.
Yes.
She's hot for you.
Right. And then, like, makes the first move, you or Kelly Ripa?
She does.
Kelly does?
Yes.
And
Gotta have you.
And are you, like, out? Like, you believe your good luck?
My mind is racing, and she makes the first move, and she says, come in the room.
Right. And then she brings you in the room, and what happens next? That's it? Just like that?
Yeah.
You don't kiss? You don't...
We start kissing first, very slowly.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Well, before you got to get her lingerie off, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Slip it off very slow.
And does Mark Consuelos join in? Does he like you in the ass while, like,
no,
he's not involved at all?
No.
He's not anywhere around?
No.
Like, sick of him, she's having marital problems, and she decides she wants to be with you. And she begs you to please keep this quiet.
Yes.
Right.
Is she saying she loves you?
Because I don't have to kick my ass.
Right. Does she love you? Is she saying, I love you, Eric?
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
She's a personality like him.
Right.
What?
That's why we would get along so well.
She has a similar personality to Eric.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
She's bubbly and vivacious.
Yeah.
If Mark Consuelos walks in and just wants to rub your shoulders while you're Kelly.
So what the f*** are you doing here?
All right. Yeah? You wouldn't tell him off?
Yeah.
You wouldn't let him rub your... You're his wife and you're not going to let him rub your shoulders?
No, absolutely not.
All right.
Are you satisfy her?
Yeah, so what happens next? So, like, starts to, like, rubbing High-Pitch's shoulders. So you're in the room with Kelly, and before you're making out with her. Do you take off her lingerie, or she just disrobes in front of you?
No, I take her lingerie off.
And then you what? You start to squeeze
her ass, maybe from behind first.
Right.
Wait another 10 minutes of, like, style.
10
minutes. Do you eat her ass?
No.
You don't?
No.
You go down on her?
No, just her.
She doesn't sit on your face?
No.
Kelly Ripa, you don't want her to sit on your face?
No.
And could she handle your cock and she blow you first before you first?
She blows me first, yeah.
Right.
Me hard first.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you all play with your balls?
Yes.
All right. And then you put it in her?
Yes.
With a rubber?
No.
Rubber?
No.
It's a fantasy, Howard.
Right. Well, who needs a rubber in a fantasy? You fantasies I'm wearing a rubber? What do you think, if Kelly Ripa's listening to this, I know she's a fan of the show, what do you think's more insulting? That he jerks off to Kelly Ripa, or that he says he has the same type of personality as her?
I think that he has the same type of personality.
What if Kelly Ripa is listening to the show and wants me to come down to her TV show?
Right.
I would love to see that.
All right.
Now, there's a fantasy.
Wow. Well, good for you, man. It sounds pretty... And then after you rest for 10 minutes and you her again.
Yes.
Wow.
She just... Thank you. You're so wonderful. What did she say to you?
And you're so wonderful, too.
Right. And now, where do you blow a load? You're in your shower that you share with other people. Where do you blow the load? Over the wall?
No, like right there. Like,
down the drain it goes.
Yeah, all over Joey.
Because he's putting a Q-tip in your ass. And then you Clorox Kelly. After you Clorox her?
No. After I clean her up with baby wipes.
Right. What are the odds of that happening?
Big mess on.
You made her clean her with baby.
Wow, some fantasy. Oh, she's an attractive woman. I could see
she
why.
Is.
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah. She's slight, though. I don't think she weighs 100 pounds.
Yeah, probably 80 pounds.
But she probably weighs about 80 pounds. And you weigh like 340-something pounds.
Yeah.
Kill her, Eric.
I would pay millions to see this happen.
How you gonna make it happen?
How bad of a drug habit does she have to start? And I'm hanging Eric.
I would love to do a show right next to her.
That you blow a load in a communal shower. And I know you claim you Clorox, but I don't believe it for 5 seconds. I know.
It's a Kelly Ripa load.
I think I bet you it's a massive load from an elephant-sized man like yourself. I'm thinking about Kelly. It's not a big load?
No.
Like a fire extinguisher going on.
Can you imagine?
I was at his old place, Howard.
Yeah.
And the old place was so disgusting. He acts like he cleans things.
Yeah, he's lying.
Yeah. Let me tell you how gross his old place was. So gross that he had a cat, and I swear to you, the cat chewed a hole through the screen in the window so it could jump from the 3rd floor down to safety.
Yeah.
The cat tried to kill itself.
Eric, everyone who has been on this show has been in your apartment, and it smells, and it's dirty and gross. The idea that you Clorox the bathroom after every shower is just... not even. Swear on the life of your mother you Clorox after every single shower.
Yes, I do.
On the life of your mother?
Yes.
Oh, it's your mother's.
Yes.
I guess that doesn't work.
Howard,
I know you're lying. I know you're lying.
Howard, Lieberman came to my house a few months ago.
Gross.
No, my apartment in the Bronx.
Yeah.
He followed me and Joey Boots. My place was spick and span.
All right.
You can ask Lieberman. Lieberman was in my apartment.
John, is that true?
Spick
and span.
Howard, his old place, he had the cat litter and his laundry hanging in the like in the same the tub, basically.
Was his apartment spick and span clean?
His apartment was clean. He had an economy size, one of those big jugs of Clorox.
Oh, he did.
Which makes me believe he does Clorox it down every time.
Wow.
Really?
But when Joey and High Pitch were reenacting for me, putting the cream in his ass, had it down. It almost appeared as if they had done this multiple times. I mean, had it down how they were doing.
No, it happened once where he put
the cream in his ass more than once, because how do you get rid of that? And what is he talking about? You have to do multiple applications to get rid of any itch.
Well, he did it once.
Yeah. Who did it the other times?
Well, one of the girls that live in my building.
That's a lie, isn't it?
No, one of the girls. Her name is Rachel.
Rachel came into your apartment and put cream in your ass.
Yes, she had with the Q-tip.
She wasn't the one you threatened her life, right?
No, that was that girl who wouldn't leave me alone.
That was the one who had keys to your apartment.
Yes.
Wow.
There's a lot going on.
Do you believe anything he says?
I do believe some of it because I corroborated it out there when I spent the day with him. The masturbation in the shower is 100%.
I don't believe he Cloroxes every single time.
I believe he Cloroxes most of the time because I'm telling you, he had
But
an
how does he
economy.
apply the Clorox to the shower?
What he does is he has a bucket and he mixes it with hot water and then he throws it on the wall.
Yeah, he hardly does. He just
he said
tosses
he
it.
had a sprayer. He's lying.
I know.
Spray with it, and I put it in the bucket.
You said you had the spray bottle.
Yeah, the spray bottle. I opened
You're breaking down and your story is
No,
changing.
I opened the bottle,
Right.
put a little bit of it in hot water, and I cleaned up the shower.
All right.
It's a co-ed shower. So women use this shower also.
God.
It's a situation.
So vile.
Well, not only that, you're saying this woman, Rachel, going on in her life that you come up and say, can you put cream in my... And she gives you a thumbs up on
Is that girl here?
No.
That's
Of
what I
course
thought.
not.
The cream I saw in your apartment was the butt paste. It was called butt paste.
It was in a white tube.
Right, it's for babies. It's for diaper rash for babies.
Oh, my God. It's like Decadent.
Sort of. It's called butt paste. That's the brand name of
Would
it.
you buy any?
I've gotten that for my daughter.
Have you butt paste?
Yeah, I got that
it's
for her
for
rashes,
diaper. It's for diaper rash.
I mean, what a name from a marketing standpoint. Taste. It seems kind of crazy.
And the monkey butt powder, too.
So my guess is you're not wiping correctly. I
am wiping.
The one's all that itching going on, and I can't believe there's a girl in your building willing to put ass cream in your ass. I'm just crazy. Have you interviewed her?
I asked her in the hall that day, right, Eric?
Yes.
She's in her 50s or 60s, right?
Probably 50.
And you walked up to her and said, "I have an itch in my head. You please put some cream in there."
I asked her to look, am I behind?
Oh my God!
And she did.
Let's be clear, though. I'm people that live in this building.
Right.
What's the right word to describe
challenged?
them? I wouldn't say mentally challenged, all of them, but let's just say this woman was clearly willing to look in Eric's ass.
Right.
So that shows you a lot.
Right.
And Joey and Eric used to live right next to each other.
I see.
And I don't know. Joey said he thought that Eric got aroused when Joey put the cream. When I interviewed Joey, that's what he said.
You think Eric got aroused? He thinks Eric got aroused.
When I interviewed Joey Boots, he said he believed Eric got a little bit aroused when he
I can
applied
see why.
the butt
No one
paste.
ever touches you, so any human contact is going to arouse you.
No, I was not aroused when he did that.
Did
Not
you get
every
a little
time.
bit?
No.
Joey putting something in there that stimulates some desire?
No. And then that girl Rachel, besides her doing my ass, she also had to clip my toenails, too. Because it's hard for me to bend down and do that.
Yeah.
And
That's a giving woman.
And she did it in his room, and there were toenail shavings on the floor surrounding his bed. It was clean other than that.
But John, everything was like clean. Like everything down.
Why
too.
not date Rachel?
No. She's gross.
She's not hot enough for you?
No.
Wow.
She's like the building stud.
She's no Kelly Ripa, huh? Can you
Saving
imagine
yourself.
if Eric hooked up with Kelly Ripa? Wouldn't that be the greatest story of all time?
That would be mind-blowing and would be on the cover of every newspaper around the world.
Yeah. And she's in red lingerie, blowing him.
Red. The love of my life.
Could Kelly's career survive if she...
She's huge.
Huge. Michael Strahan can't be with me today, so I brought my husband, high-pitch Eric. So what did we do last night, honey?
Well, you could tell me had a candlelit dinner.
Right?
We went to, after that,
Yeah.
put cream in my ass.
Could be a new Hollywood thing. Like hot chicks marrying nearly retarded guys.
That'd be so awesome.
Right.
You would have a romantic dinner of SpaghettiOs. He has SpaghettiOs and Chef Boyardee ravioli piled up to the ceiling.
Why? Because you don't know how to cook?
Well, I have a microwave in my room.
Right. All you have is a microwave, so you have to buy cans.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what's going on there?
Well, you know, him and Joey used to go to this Chinese buffet.
Yeah.
All you can eat, and boy, this guy. I mean, how many rolls of sushi did you eat in one sitting once?
Like maybe.
Yeah.
By
the way, your voice can sound like that too after you eat a whole bunch of Chef Boyardee. Oh my God! Like they come out like whole cans of Chef Boyardee.
I like they're canned.
They come out in ravioli shape. But it's close. All right, man. You're officially the grossest person I know.
No. My apartment is clean.
Yeah. With toenails and...
All in all, it was clean. It smelled like he poured cleaning fluid everywhere prior to me walking in.
Right.
But other than the toenail shavings, and, other than that, it was clean.
Yeah.
Toenails. He's had the gout like numerous times.
I know. His feet must be black.
She must have worn like a welder's mask.
Do you have like blackened feet?
No.
No? Or are they overly like...
What are those toenails like?
Yeah. Like, are they gnarly? Like, are they like green?
They were like yellowish. The slivers that I saw were kind of like yellowish green, right?
Do you have a toenail problem, like a fungus?
I've had toenail problems in the past, yes. like ingrown toenails. Funny you should mention that, Howard.
What's your best physical feature, do you think? Yeah. Just all of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to throw up, so I'm going to end this, all right?
All right.
Had you in here a long time.
Sorry, Howard.
That's okay. Robin, who would you rather cut, like Gary's toenails or Eric's? Because Gary's are hideous.
I know that Gary is clean, so I would cut Gary's toenails.
Yeah, but his toenails are weird.
I know, but I'm not going near Eric's.
Did we mention it was with your teeth, Robin? We don't have nail clippers.
That's right. High Pitch Eric's AGT interviews. We heard them, and now he's doing this beautiful epic walk for the American Cancer Society's breast cancer walk. It'll be fun to watch you walk and see if you drop.
It's going to cross the finish like 2 days after everybody else.
Yeah, I mean,
It'll be like a marathon for anybody else.
Sean, can he walk 5 miles?
I've never seen him walk more than, what did we walk to that diner? We walked about 3 blocks the day that I spent with you, and you were huffing and puffing and sweating.
Yeah, but I did lose some weight. So.
Eric, I would get to a doctor before I did the cancer walk. No offense. I don't see you going 5 miles.
I can do 5 miles.
Yeah.
He can just stop.
You have no concept of what 5 miles is.
You get winded from the elevator to here.
Yeah.
I can do 5 miles, drink a lot of water, drop dead. No. Carrie Whipple. Howard, why do you have Howard TV follow me for the cancer walk?
Because nobody cares.
Because we want to see you when you
see me walk 5 miles?
Well, if you guarantee you'll die during it, I'll put Howard TV on.
We have an ambulance follow you.
Yeah. Howard TV.
I can do it.
All right. Registration begins at 8 a.m. at the 72nd Street Band Shell if anybody else wants to be involved with High Pitch Eric's cancer walk for breast cancer. All right. Unless you got anything else to say about him, John, I think I'm going to wrap this segment up.
And that's all I have on Eric.
Yeah. All right. All right, Eric. Good job.
Thank you so much.
You were very entertaining. Right, Will?
If you say so.
Right.
You're always entertaining.
All right. Thanks, Eric.
You're welcome.
All right. Robin, we'll be back right after these words.
All right. Hi, Mommy.
Yes.
Hello, Dr. Joyce.
The phone got disconnected. Yes. What are you looking for?
Hi, how are you, Dr. Joyce?
Very good.
Well, I have a problem. I didn't know if you could tell, but my voice is very high-pitched. And a lot of women think I have no balls because I sound like a homo. What am I supposed to do? I'm ashamed of my voice.
Well, there's nothing you can do except to get a voice coach if you really care about that, who can teach you how to move it down a couple of decibels. But if anybody makes a decision like that, it's their fault. It's not yours. Just ignore them.
I just want to say thank you, Doctor, for the advice.
Thank you.
Will you suck on my
Videos, how can I help you?
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Is there a man there?
A man?
Yeah, I feel embarrassed.
What?
I feel embarrassed. It's a man's problem I need to talk about.
No, there's no man here.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you have gay porn?
Yes.
Okay, do you have frisky policemen?
No, we don't have that one.
God damn it! Do you have stiff as a board?
Actually, we do have stiff as a board.
Yes! Do me a favor. Who stars in that?
I don't know. I can't go get it. It's in the back room, and I'm...
Can you talk in a deeper voice?
No.
Like a man? Just do me one favor.
Okay.
Say we have stiff as a board, and the man...
Talking
This is my real voice. All right, let's move on.
Okay.
Do you have Tower Boys Gone Wild? Type it in, please.
What is it?
Tower Boys Gone Wild.
No.
How about, put me in, coach?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, Black Dick on duty.
Okay, I can't keep doing this. I have work to do.
All right, just a few more. How about Young and Hung?
No.
How about Cock, a Doodle, Duty? Please don't laugh. I'm having a party this weekend. I need a lot of movies for this party. I'm having a sausage party.
And then you ask me not to laugh.
Do you have Head Mechanic?
No.
Type it in.
What is it?
Head Mechanic.
No.
One more. Private time with my proctologist.
No.
Wait, one more. Fondle my fart box.
Fondle my what?
My fart box. F-A-R-T.
No, we don't have it. Please, this is bugging me now. I have to go.
I'm sorry, just one more. Do you have black meat on Man Street? You have anal douche?
I have to go.
Oh, do you have a brother?
Do I have a brother?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's his name?
Gage.
Oh, yeah! Is he cute?
Yeah, he's so cute.
He is cute?
Yeah.
Can I get his number?
No, he's 6.
He's 6? Even better.
No, not better.
He's tight and right.
Ew. Why am I entertaining you? I have to go.
Oh, yeah!
You like that, you pig whore?
Yes!
You want some spit in your face, you dirty piece of
Yes! Please spit in my face! Oh, yeah!
Look in the camera, whore. Say hi to your daddy.
Hi, Daddy! Look at me!
Say hi to your mommy.
Hi, Mommy! Are you proud of me? I'm a fat pig, or just like you.
You smell like a elephant. Open your mouth, pig.
Okay.
Wider, you pig. Look at the camera.
I love spit in my mouth.
Look at the camera and tell us what you are.
I'm a messy little spit-covered dirty pig.
Jeff? What? It's High Pitch Eric. Yeah, I know. What's up, High Pitch? What's going on, you longhorn? Oh, shut up. What are you, drunk, you No. What are you doing right now? You touching a little boy? Yeah, right. I go out and touch some boys. Do you want to box me? No. Why not? You scared? Oh, yeah. You scared? Yeah, what? What, are you threatening me? Yeah, why don't you go yourself? Hey, Jeff. Yo. You ever want to hang out? Where? I go to a bar. Well, we're going to be hanging out Valentine's Day. Yeah, I know, but before that, like just you and I. Where? I don't know, I'll go to a bar. Well, yeah. Why? Because it ain't happening. So don't even think about it. Why not? We're not going there, Eric. You don't want to do anything with me? No. You want to hold me? No. Rub it on the phone. What? Rub your on the phone. I ain't rubbing my on the phone. Why? Because I love you. Oh, stop. Come on. Hey, well, when I see you on Valentine's Day, you want to share a hotel room? No. We can sleep nuts to butts. No. That ain't even funny. Can I rub your apple bag? No, you can't. Oh, guess what I'm doing right now? What? I'm rubbing it. Yeah? I'm rubbing it on. Yeah, it feels good. Skanky hoe. Can you feel it, baby? Oh, my God, you're awesome. Huh? Who's high pitch? Who's high pitch? Who's high pitch? Who's high pitch?
Oh, Eric.
Yes, how are you?
How you doing? I'm sorry, I was busy on the other line. Thanks for getting back with me.
Okay.
I got a hold of you. Basically, I don't know if you're familiar with films. We're one of the largest producers and distributors in the adult film industry.
Right. I did 2 porn stars already.
Yeah. Oh, great.
I did Dynamite and Alexandria Quinn. And Cleopatra.
Well, anyway, she mentioned to me that she would be interested in possibly doing a shoot with you. And, there'll be some good money to be made. And aside from that, this girl, she's absolutely beautiful,
Right.
Obviously, she wants to do it for the exposure and so forth. But she mentioned to me also, she thought you were cute and all, so... But I don't know if this is something that you think you might be interested in at all.
Hey, look, I did it with 2 porn stars, and, so far I'm getting the hang of it, but, I'm still nervous. But look, I'll still do it.
So how do you feel about doing, a scene with 2 more people? So there'd be 4 of you all together.
Me and, 2 other people?
It would be you, Barbie, Bruce, and Kevin.
And what does Bruce and Kevin do?
Well, I don't know. Would it be okay if a guy shot a in your face?
A guy?
Or even if the price was right, if both actors shot their in your face.
Oh, I never had that done before.
Oh. Well, I'm just thinking, maybe this male bonding, could help you achieve a proper so that you can perform under pressure for Barbie.
I know that...
I'll tell you what, for an extra $10,000, would you do an intrusion scene with Bruce Lloyd?
I told Howard...
Eric, let me just put it this way. Would you describe your as a point of occasional entry?
I might, yeah.
Okay. Gerbils and things like that. Because really, we've got a big budget. We've got a fat wallet. We'll call the movie High Pitch Eric's Coming Out movie. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
There you go.
Now, do you know Alexandria Quinn?
Yeah, I've heard of her.
Okay, well, they know. Howard knows that he asked me if I had a girl to myself, would I be able to get it? Because it did happen before.
Well, if you saw this girl, and Bruce Lloyd as well, he's got a unit like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can tell you're drooling over there.
I am.
Great. Listen, I'm going to get a hold of Barbie Brooks, and we'll see if we can do this.
Okay, and when would you like to do this?
Well, I was thinking...
Gotta check his schedule.
I'll tell you what, I think that's probably Bruce Lloyd trying to get a hold of me. He's called me 5 times today. He's got a thing for you, so... Okay. Let me call you right back.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for calling the pharmacy. How can I help you?
Do you sell twat cream?
Twat cream?
No, twat cream.
Twat cream?
Yes.
Hold on one second. Let me check. I'm sorry, miss. I suggest you call someplace else.
This is a serious call. He got into my crack and my pussy's itching me.
Pharmacy.
Listen, you're a woman, I'm a woman. Don't you women know what my needs are? I have a pussy that itches very bad, and I'm looking for pussy cream.
Listen, miss, if you have a problem, I suggest you go to your doctor.
Will it get rid of the stink, too?
Excuse me?
Will it get rid of the stink, too?
You know, you're going to have to ask your doctor. I can't help you.
Oh, I can't afford a doctor. The cream usually clears it right up.
You could come in. We have some over-the-counter creams, and that's the best I can do for you.
Does it get rid of flies? Hey, how are you? You hung up on me before.
Miss, I didn't hang up on you. I just don't have time for this.
Well, the humidity got up my crack.
Wait.
And my pussy's itching me. It stinks like horse shit, too. I was fanning my pussy and my cat got a whiff of it and dropped dead. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? This is Kelly Clarkson. Is this Eric the Midget?
This is not Kelly Clarkson. This is more than likely high-pitched, isn't it?
No. Who's high pitch? This is Kelly Clarkson. I think you're very cute.
High pitch, give it up. I know it's you.